It's the Division 7 Region 27 Championship, and two familiar foes will be going at it for the gold. A rematch of last year's D7 Final Four matchup between the Danville Blue Devils and the Hillsdale Falcons. One of these teams will be practicing on Thanksgiving morning. We'll find out who that is right here, live on the NFHS network, with pregame coming your way next.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
We welcome you into the Sloan Concrete Valley ATV post-game show for this, the Division 7 Region 27 Championship, and now a downpour between the number 1 seeded Hillsdale Falcons and number 11 seeded Danville. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi, coming to you. If you're watching on the NFHS network, I've always wanted to say this. You are looking live at Ridgedale High School for the NFHS folks. For you watching on the OH.REPORT, this is the replay of the game that you're watching right now. You might know which team won. We don't yet because this is about to go down. But Jonathan, it's a rematch of last year's Final Four game. You were there for that one. Hillsdale got the best of Danville with a second-half comeback. But then a few years before that, it was Danville that stopped a 2-point conversion on Hillsdale to move on in the tournament.
Yeah, a rivalry that is starting to brew before our very own eyes here in Division 7. Of course, with the expansion of Division, some good powerhouses between these two sides. When it comes to small school football, they're going to be meeting a lot more than just this year and then also last year, of course. This is about to be a rivalry that everybody is excited for every single season in and out. So let's go ahead and jump into.
You're the Danville guy. I'm the Hillsdale guy. We've been covering those teams throughout the season. So take it away, and let's get right into the Danville pregame.
So these Danville Blue Devils come in. They ended the season 5-5, and here they are 8-5, just rolling through this region. Of course, they took down Steubenville Catholic Central in what everybody thought was an upset at the time. Well, it was just getting started for these Blue Devils. Of course, 54-0. Fun fact, that's exactly how things went last year in their opening round game where they hosted Bridgeport. They won by the same final score. Next week, you move on. Fisher Catholic, 59-8. You didn't think they could get any better than that first game? Well, they did it. They're over in Lancaster, taking down the Irish. And then also Waterford just this past week. In a weaker region, in a lot of people's eyes, Waterford was definitely the second fiddle to Hillsdale. Danville took care of them as well. They won a nice and tight battle, 19-14, a couple days ago, or 6 days ago from basically this point. Danville's 6th straight playoff appearance, 4th straight regional title. They're 1-2 in those games. Their third meeting with Hillsdale since 2022. Matt Bloom has them in a great spot. And look at the Spirit squad that has come on the bus,
You've
of course.
ridden the bus.
Yes, I have ridden that bus before. I rode it for the Steubenville Catholic Central game. Of course, a longer drive for me. Wanted to shorten it up a little bit. Shout out to Jill Lyons, the athletic director, first year as athletic director for Danville. She's doing fantastic things, making sure that those students have the time of their life, even though it may not feel like it right now with that rain tumbling down. So Danville Blue Devils always show out. A great crowd on hand here today, and they're going to get to see a star freshman who is kind of developing before their very own eyes. You said it on the podcast on Monday that they kind of see Proper kind of developing. He's more like a junior coming into this game against Hillsdale. The first freshman to start, get this, since 1983.
That's crazy.
For these Danville Blue Devils. And Eric Ridgway, of course, the father of Nolan. Was the last one to do that for this Danville team, and he's looked darn good with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? They made that switch the Northmore game. Myself and Ken Parrott, the last time I got to see Danville in person, they made the change midway through the game. And you know what? He took him on a couple drives with his feet, but he's really established that pass game. And we were talking to Coach Bloom before the game that, you know, that kind of switched the whole thought process, the whole mantra of Danville football after that Northmore game. Yeah,
13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So the ratio is still kind of getting worked on, of course. Still a freshman quarterback, but he has looked great. 62 basically completion percentage, and these Blue Devils are going to be in business tonight, taking on a tall task in the #1 Hillsdale Falcons. Got to catch up on their practice a couple days ago. Here's our little preview as we build up to tonight's game.
I think our kids have been really resilient this year. I think our seniors and our other leaders on the team have done a really good job riding the ship and being able to put us in this position to play week 14. And, they're just a resilient group. It's kind of what our community embodies as well. So, really blessed to be able to work with the kids. And, they've done a really good job turning things around and giving us a, opportunity to play this game on Friday night.
Back to work goes Walls. He's got the move.
Oh, he's in.
And he's into the end zone. Are you kidding me?
Another short one. This will roll 10 yards again.
Wow. 2 straight onside kicks.
Parker Purper on the move. And he finds someone. Lets it go. Downfield. Oh, he's got a man. And he's caught it. Hayden McFadden for the touchdown. Wow.
I think after that Northmore loss, we really had to evaluate kind of where we were at in multiple positions, and both, honestly, offense and defense. So our kids have done a really good job executing where we put them, over the last few weeks. And you're starting to see the byproduct of that, kids being able to execute efficiently. So, it's going to take everything that we can do Friday night to be able to pull off a win.
Yeah, we just need to keep building week to week. Obviously, we just need to come to practice, just have a good mindset, just bring the energy, and that's kind of what keeps us going to practice, is just having the energy, we're in the playoffs playing high school football. It doesn't get much better than that. So just building off week by week, and hopefully we keep advancing.
Obviously, we have a really, good history with those over the last 4 years, so we know what we're getting when we play them. You're playing a tough physical football team that can run and pass the ball, and defensively they're going to fly around and play with great effort. So, for us, we have to be able to execute every single rep, every single play, and play through the whistle, play really fast on defense, play with high effort, give us a shot to be able to win this game.
Let's not forget that last year Danville was the team riding high coming into this game, and they were taking on the questionable Hillsdale Falcons. Well, I shouldn't say questionable, but there were questions about if they could beat Danville.
Yes.
And the answer was yes after that really good win over there at Shelby. Now you come in, and it's completely flipped on its head, but I would even say that gap is even bigger because obviously Danville coming in as at 11. They went 5-5 in the regular season. You've got all these questions. Does the KMAC competition make up for that 5-5 record? But now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter coming into this game. Danville's going to come in, play their heart out.
You had a 2-score lead on Hillsdale in the first half of the Final Four game. It looked like you were going to control that and go to the state championship game against Marion Local. But Hillsdale came back. That's something that Danville, I know you build off of that. You get that revenge, a chip on your shoulder. If you keep it close, you can have a chance at the end of this game.
Special scene here from Ridgewood High School as they host here today for the very first time since their new turf installed. And on the turf right now, both bands for Danville and for Hillsdale joining together there for the national anthem.
Yeah.
Great way to bring in this game here tonight in a regional championship.
Absolutely. And now, so we got to talk with your Danville Blue Devils who have been here many a time. Well, now let's talk about the defending D7 state runners-up in the Hillsdale Falcons, making their 10th consecutive playoff appearance, 14-9 in those seasons. The numbers went up the last 2 years, as you would think. This is their 4th regional final appearance. First time they made it here, 2010. Trevor Klein, the head coach, was playing in that game as quarterback. They also lost in 17, and then last year got their first victory. They got the bye, then just an absolute steamrolling of their opponents. We thought this region, other than first we thought Danville very much underseeded. We thought maybe Danville, Waterford, Hillsdale would be the 3 main contenders in here, and with Danville playing Waterford, getting here, but Hillsdale the other one, and everybody else you could see the way Hillsdale just ran through their opponents, knocking off 4th-seeded Sims Valley just last week. An impressive victory there. Hillsdale, I just think, Jonathan, after last year's stomping to Marion Local in the championship game. They just have that chip on their shoulder. They want to get back there. They want to show the state that that was just a bit of a fluke, and that's not Hillsdale football. As you see the Hillsdale band getting us warmed up here, about 7 minutes until the kick. But this is a Hillsdale team that they want to get back to Canton.
And they got a chip on their shoulder as well, losing that Week 10 game to Norway as well. So I mean, everything's adding up for this Hillsdale team to make a run, and they have in convincing fashion here in this region. Will they add that again to a Danville squad that's actually at the bottom of this region with the new seeding format?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's still going to be a good battle tonight.
Somebody that is healthy now for the Hillsdale Falcons and wants to really show out here tonight. That is Hayden McFadden. He was injured in the Loudonville game back in week number 3. Sat out a couple weeks, but he is back, and he still earned first team Northeast Inland District selection. 36 catches, 672 yards, 10 touchdowns. You may see him as at least a special mention or honorable mention All-Ohioan as well with his play. But I talk about Hayden, but even he was beneficial even when he was sitting out. You want to know why, Jonathan? Because that allowed a couple other wide receivers to really show out for the Falcons to fill in. Brock Bowers got about 300 yards receiving. Knox Lewis, Kale's brother, has 400 yards receiving. Kyle Turk, who's injured tonight, don't know if he's going to play or not, 500 yards receiving. So you have 4 players with over 300 receiving yards, and I don't think that would be the case if Hayden McFadden plays every game this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Where did you get this picture? Where did you make a catch like this?
His Instagram actually had it. I'm like, yeah, that is exactly what we will use here tonight for this one. So, Jonathan, you had a chance to go to Danville practice. I had a chance to go to Hillsdale practice and talk with the Falcons a couple days ago, and this is what they had to say. The Hillsdale Falcons will play for a Region 27 championship next week.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for us. I mean, it's 2 great programs and 2 great communities that are going to show out and support one another. So we're looking forward to going up against them just because the last 2 times we played them, the atmosphere has been amazing just with the support from both communities cheering on their school. And for us to knock them off, we're going to have to be the more physical team. I know the last couple years in the first half, they have out-hit us, and we've had to play from behind. And last year we were able to get them, but in 2022 we weren't because we dug ourselves too big of a hole. So we just got to make sure that we get off to a good start, be extremely physical, then obviously be disciplined. And if we're able to do that, then we're going to put ourselves in a position to win this game.
It's going to be a pitch right side Bauer. Bauer cuts back in and into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, I think if you go into a game without confidence, that's not the mentality to have. The balance aspect, I mean, you can stop Hayden and Turk, but then Owen Sloan will put 250 on you. So it's the other way around as well. You can stop Owen, but then better watch out over top.
I mean, Hayden McFadden himself, not even playing a full season as the leading receiver, but when he was down at the middle of the season, it kind of opened things up for the rest of the wide receivers. How important was it just having you guys get a few more looks from Kale Lewis in order to pretty much open up this pass game?
Yeah, well, now that Hayden's back to 100%, all it did was benefit us. I think in high school football at a small school, experience is what makes you that much better, and getting Kyle Turk the ball that much more. I mean, he's a stud. Hayden's a stud. Knox Lewis, throw it up to him, he'll catch it. Everything benefited from it.
Takes the snap, hands off to Sloan, big hole, right side, cuts back at the 50, 45, 40, gets a block downfield by McFadden to the 20, the 15, 10, 5, big play, touchdown, Hillsdale! Let's talk more about Kale. He has over Owen. He has over 1,600 yards rushing. How much do you guys as a line pride yourself and opening big gaping holes for him to run through and get big yards?
It's one of the best feelings. Almost feels like I'm running the ball. I just get the block and watch him run. He's scoring almost every play. I mean, first play last game, all he did was block and he was gone. That's all we got to do. He makes our job pretty easy, breaking tackles. I mean, he's the best running back in the area.
What is the game plan for you guys up front to try and contain this Danville defensive line and then trying to stop their run game?
Definitely just be more dominant and more physical to them. Last year in the first half, they definitely had our number and were more physical than us, and we turned up in the second half. And we just want to come out of the gates hard like we did last week. Owen scored first play of offense. We definitely want to keep that going. Yeah, I mean, he's had big nights running the ball 200 yards a bunch of times. We want to keep that going, get him going, and protect Kale, let him do his thing, and we just want to come out the gates swinging, be more physical, and don't slow down the whole game.
Just need to play to our standard. Every year, every game, every minute, every play, we hold ourselves to a standard, and that is to do our job. We trust our teammates, we trust our coaches, we trust our amazing fans. Show up, and we'll finish business.
Both teams have taken the field to their walkout songs. Awesome atmosphere here. Rain coming down, though. That's the one bad thing we've had here so far, but we're just about ready to go, Mr. Langdon.
Absolutely. Both teams getting their way out. Danville wanted the football first. They're going to get it first thanks to winning the coin toss. And the keys to victory for these Blue Devils are on your screen right now. I think really to see fluidity on all sides. Of course, Hillsdale, they're the real deal as the #1 seed in this region. Offensively, they're strong. Defensively, they're strong. I think the edge Danville has is their special teams. If they can get that going today, they have 2 onside kicks in the game earlier on in the postseason. But fluidity on all sides. I don't know why I'm struggling with that word today. I was doing just fine with it earlier today. And then the second key, you got to be bigger up front. Coach Bloom talked to us out on the field. He had to make some tough decisions. Had to start some younger guys on the offensive and defensive line just to get some of the better talent out on the field to really do some damage in this postseason run. And still, the size isn't necessarily there for Danville, but you've got to channel something here in a regional title game that really makes you play bigger than you actually are. If you can win the trenches here against Hillsdale, you got a good chance.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's times like these, big games like these, where some players can just show out and be the hero. Now for the Hillsdale keys to victory, got to start fast. The last 2 times against Danville, they started slow. Danville took advantage. The first time, couldn't get the best of them. The second time, they were able to just get enough to win that. And second, speed. And I take this back from the Northmore game, where Northmore, they didn't get the deep passing, things like that. However, they used their speed for little quick hitters and whatnot, and we're able to take advantage of that, use their speed to get past Danville. So they got to use that speed here today, the speed of Owen Sloan. If Danville's able to contain them, we're going to have ourselves a game. And we are underway.
Wallace Brothers back to return.
Yeah, it's going to be taken by Briggs at the 5. Gets across the 10, 15, tries to cut back, and he's going to be taken down immediately by Porter Borman. And that is where the Blue Devils will start 1st and 10. The first Danville Feed and Supply first down of the game as we take a look at the Danville Tire and Alignment replay. Now, folks, this is going to be interesting. Danville, when they have the ball, we'll have our Danville replay sponsor. When Hillsdale has the ball, we'll have their replay sponsor, first down sponsor as well, because we have so many great sponsors that have covered these teams all year long. We wanted to give them love in this game today.
And this is going to be a fun game. If you're looking at how Danville can win this game, 13 and White needs to have a really good performance. He is a freshman at quarterback for this Danville team.
He has 3 wide to the right, Cy Wallace sidecar left. Proper takes the snap. He's going to give it to Cy. No, he's going to keep it himself, and immediately taken down by Owen Sloan. They read it.
Danville loves the misdirection plays. Basically, everybody was going the opposite way of where Parker ended up running the football, and he got about a yard.
Yeah, nearly fooled me. Our camera guy, Jeremy Peoples, great cameraman. I mean, sometimes that's how good this read option is for Danville, but Hillsdale was able to stay in their lanes and get the stop after 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Proper's looking to pass. It's a screen pass. It's going to be caught at the 20. Only out 3 yards, though, on the reception. It's going to be 3rd down.
And they practiced this all week, Danville. I got to see them run this, and they just want to get their skill players in the best positions possible to succeed. If you use those screen plays to try and get Siren and even his brother Briggs some space, they could do some damage. Just great open field tackling by Hillsdale.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 on the pass for 3 yards. And a big 3rd down here for the Blue Devils. Don't want to start with a 3 and out after taking the ball. 3 wide to the left for Proper. Cy Wallace, sidecar left into block. Rolling out, looking to throw, and it is going to be incomplete. Intended for Mickley, but Mickley was leaning out of bounds, got knocked out before he could get his feet down, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, great hit by Davis Radcliffe. Good job by Mickley making the catch, but just could not get that foot down to make it a completion. And Nolan Ridgway, the best punter in the KMAC, is going to drop back and boot this away.
Yeah, Nolan Ridgway this season, a first-team All-Central District punter, so he has a chance to be an All-Ohioan.
42 yards a boot. That's pretty darn good.
And that's been key in their success, especially against Waterford last week. Gets it off almost blocked, but he gets it away. It's going to be taken at the 45 by Brock Bauer. 50, you got a flag on the play as well, as we might get a block in the back on Hillsdale, but nonetheless, the Falcons will take over 1st and 10. And, yeah, there's the block in the back. And
yep, Porter Borman. Porter Borman going to get the block in the back and take that back a few yards. So that nice punt again by Ridgway, and that's going to move them back with the penalties. So, I mean, Hillsdale's got solid field position still, but could have been much worse.
So that will start 1st and 10. The Hillsdale Falcons back, now further back in their own zone. That's going to be moved off 10 yards from the 35, so it'll be back down to the 25, I believe, unless the referee's setting it right there. I don't know what he's doing. Nonetheless, here comes Cale Lewis, 1,999 yards on the season passing. Also, Owen Sloan, coach told me earlier, he's about 14 yards away from breaking his own single-season record. Now the referees...
There's 2 footballs on the field.
Yeah, he still has a football. Is that the kicking ball from Danville, maybe? It'll be the first Heffelfingers meets first down for the Falcons. Lewis... It's going to be a quick hitter to McFadden. At the 35, gets the outside 40, 45, 50, knocked out of bounds, and it's a Heffelfinger meets first down. Quick hitter.
Well, there you go. Cale Lewis over 2,000 passing yards just off of one play. He finds his guy, gets some open space. That's what Danville wanted to do on the last drive, just give their skill players room to run. That time the Falcons cash in and get past midfield.
19 yards on the Crosby replay. And McFadden inching closer to 700 receiving yards on the season. 1st and 10 at the Danville 46. It's a fake reverse. Lewis has some time. Now he's getting flushed out of the pocket left. Looking to run, gets it across the 45 to the 40 and makes something out of nothing. It looked like he was going to get taken down in the backfield, but his speed able to get him out of trouble.
Yeah, an underrated aspect of Cale Lewis's game is that he can run it a lot, and he's really helping this Hillsdale team work those sidelines. If you're Danville, you want to try to keep them within the hashes, but so far these first 2 plays, mission unsuccessful as these Falcons are running all over the Blue Devils so far.
He had 329 rushing yards coming into this one, had over 80 last week for the first team all-district quarterback. 2nd down and 2 from the Danville 38-yard line. 3rd play from scrimmage for the Falcons. Lewis fakes the quick hitter. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get close to 1st down yardage. I don't know if he has it. Might be marked a bit short. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, the freshman Caleb Inverso has been so good this year at tackling. Gronberg as well came in and helped him out. But that's a piece that they're really excited to really let loose here in the next of course, this game and the next year. Caleb Inverso, a name to remember for this Danville defense.
And you could kind of say this was Hillsdale's position last year for Danville. A young squad, didn't know what they were going to do, but they kind of, I wouldn't say overachieved, but they found their way late in the season. And this is a big benefit to them next season. It's going to be a first handoff to Owen Sloan. Cuts back at the 35. He's got himself enough for another Heffelfinger meets first down. Needed 1. Got 3.
And a team like Hillsdale, it's really hard to limit them on 3rd down and short, especially how short that play was. But I mean, I like the rush defense so far when you keep it between the hashes for Danville's defensive line.
Also, if you can keep Sloan from breaking out the big play. He had 5 touchdowns last week. 3 of them were 20-plus yard runs. If you can contain him, maybe wear him down a little bit, it'll help you out towards the end of the game. 1st and 10, Hillsdale now at the 33. It's going to be a reverse. I've seen this in practice. McFadden not going to throw it. Now he's going to stand back, has time. Now he's going to take off again and get taken down at the 38-yard line. So the trickery does not work for the Falcons. They tried the reverse pass, but Danville, very good job downfield in keeping them from getting open.
It's not going to be on that replay that we show, but Hayden McFadden and then also Wes Payne did a fantastic job reading that right away. They saw Wes tuck it back to throw immediately. They immediately rushed back 5 yards to try and cover anybody down the field. Great coverage by Danville. I like the creativeness out of Hillsdale, just not able to execute at that time. Hopefully it's not completely thrown out of the playbook.
Well, and honestly, it's a smart play by McFadden not to just chuck it downfield either. It is a 5-yard loss, but this is where Hillsdale eats. They love to get those yards back immediately. And Sloan running over his own lineman's going to get most of it. He's still pushing down towards the 30, down to the 31, and a gain of 8. And that'll set up 3rd down and medium.
So solid job after that big loss on 1st down, just getting most of it back. But I think if you're Danville, this is where you want to be.
Absolutely.
3rd down and medium. Limit Lewis with his throwing hand, of course. I mean, if they try to run it, just make sure they're short of the sticks.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory, but 3rd and 7 instead of 3rd and 4. Hillsdale would like to be in that 3rd and 4, but Hillsdale, they're only giving up about, other than that 8-yard run, about 3 yards on a handoff play. 2 wide to the right. It's going to be a handoff. Sloan up the middle, 30, down to the 25. He's going to be about a yard short. It will be 4th down, but the Falcons are going to go for it. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, open field tackle by Wes Payne. There was a very late shift from Danville. They had Bryson Burke, who's actually making his first appearance. It's week 1 for this Danville team, who shifted to the wrong side of the field. He was right where Sloan ran that football. He left that space, left it wide open for Hillsdale to get a nice gain.
4th and 1, and if we remember the Final Four game last year, it was Danville facing a 4th and 1 down 3. Hillsdale get the stop. Can Danville get a little revenge here early on to get some big momentum as we have a referee's timeout? Hayden McFadden, I believe, has to check out, maybe for an equipment. So that's not good for the Falcons, as Hayden McFadden's going to have to sit out this play. Trevor Rubinalt, the sophomore, will now come in. 4th and 1 from the 25. Snap given to Sloan. He's got the 1st down and more. 20, 15, 10, 5. Working his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hillsdale.
Oh, wait a minute. He was already in, but Wes ripped that ball out.
We'll look at the replay right here, but Owen Sloan would not be denied. Take a look at the Crosby replay. Avoids 1 tackler, 2, and then just drives the defender into the end zone, and then, it was stripped out afterwards. 25 yards from Sloan, and the Falcons strike first, 6-0. Now, this is Brock Bauer with the extra point. A.J. Brown in the Connaughton Valley game actually tore his ACL, and that may be something to watch for as well, as the Blue Devils with the block.
Yeah, Owen Gronberg breaking through the line, getting a nice block on this PAT. I mean, Danville's not a team that typically kicks extra points, so that's a big one for them. So if they try to go for 2 on a potential score, it would just tie it up.
We'll take a quick break. It's 6-0 Falcons.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
A 25-yard touchdown run by Owen Sloan, who is now the school's all-time season-leading rusher, breaking his own record from a year ago, as that kick is going to take a few bounces and go out of bounds. And so the Blue Devils will get a bit of a break there. They'll start out in good territory. But going back, nope, my fault. I was going to show the run again, but Owen Sloan, he got the handoff, and he wasn't going to be denied the end zone. He carried 2 defenders in.
Yeah, that secondary got dragged, as you said, Travis. So defensively, I liked what Danville did when they were able to keep it within themselves. But once Owen breaks out to the second level, that's where it gets really dangerous for the Blue Devils if they can make some open field tackles in this one. But now we're looking back at the Danville offense. They made a couple nice plays. They went 3 and out, however. And they're going to need some momentum here as the rain continues to pour.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. Proper with Wallace sidecar left, takes the handoff. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, does get a couple yards, but not much. Only 2 on the gain. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Cy Wallace, they're going to want to try to create as big of a window as they can for him. He loves to zoom past defenders. When he tries to go bruising like that, doesn't typically work out, and the ball security kind of dips a little bit. He's had a couple fumbles this year, a little bit more than usual, because he's used to having his bruiser that likes to plow through. He's kind of had to embrace that role.
Yeah. But Danville, no matter what, gets him back next year. A great backfield for Danville, but they want to do more here. They need to answer this Hillsdale touchdown drive. Proper, he's going to keep it himself. Gets up the middle, gets a hole, 40, up towards the 45-yard line. Get him a nice amount. It's going to be third and manageable.
I mean, he's used his legs a lot more than he has in the regular season. Of course, in the playoffs, they've changed things up. He's had a couple rushing touchdowns in these last 3 games. That's a big aspect of their offense because at the beginning of the year, it was really just Cy that was a threat on the ground. Now you're adding Proper. Of course, you had the original quarterback, Nolan Ridgway, who has now gone over to that bruiser back position, who's going to help them out and just give them more weapons overall.
Gain of 6, it's 3rd and 2. I formation, it's going to be a handoff to Cy, and Cy met at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get it, and the decision time for Coach Matt Bloom.
Karsten Stevens breaking through here, getting a nice tackle to make it even a loss, as Cy Wallace, someone averaging over 8.5 yards per carry, is not used to negative yardage.
The 7th tackle for loss of the season for Karsten Stevens. It's no gain, and Danville is going to punt the ball away, like you said. An all-district punter, maybe an all-Ohioan punter. It's raining. Maybe you get a change of possession. Actually, Hillsdale's not going to have anybody back deep, trying to see if this is going to be a fake. Snap back, and it's going to get knocked away. Ridgway kicks it right side. Nobody's there. It's going to take a Danville bounce inside the 20, down towards the 15 to the 14, and exactly what the Devils wanted there.
I mean, that's exactly what you needed from Danville. Of course, the special teams is what was going to help them out here today. I mean, he averages 42 yards a punt. That's 42 on the dot right there.
And it switches the field for the Blue Devils as Hillsdale now backed up to their own 14-yard line here with 4:49 left in this opening quarter. In this Division 7 Region 27 championship game from Ridgewood High School. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Brock Bauer's going to take the sweep to the left, gets the 15 out towards the 20, still moving his feet out to the 22, and another chunk first down run by the Falcons, this time by the split back.
Yeah, good carry. Nice blockers down the field as well, and you always love to see it when your receivers are the ones kind of leading the way when it comes to blocking. Owen Sloan, a back, was able to help out, get him around the corner and get a nice gain again, so it'll be 2nd down and 2.
That's the third 8-yard run by Hillsdale, by the third different runner. Sloan had an 8-yard run, Cale Lewis with one, now Bauer.
And all 3 of them were to the sidelines.
Yes. So they're trying to get that outside and, like I said, use their speed. 2nd and 2, it's going to be another sweep to Bauer on the outside. Gets a couple blocks, gets out to the 30, and it's another Heffelfinger first down. We'll see what the flag, though, is first before we make any mention of what
it was an awfully late flag, as it might have been right in the back. At the very end of the play, it looked like Aiden, is it Sawyer?
Play again. Yeah, Sawyer. So you see,
yep.
Yeah, he could, if he would have let go there on the spin, it would have been clean, but he saw him yank, and that's going to be the second holding call against Hillsdale. It's going to back them up 10 yards. It was ahead of the stick, so it'll only be a loss of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now.
Gotta love those spot fouls on chunk plays.
Under 4 to play here, opening quarter of the Elite 8 in Division 7. We'll try and get you scores from the other D7 regional finals as well. It's going to be a quick hitter right side. This is Bauer again across the 25. Give him the 26. 9 yards. And it's good enough for a Heffelfinger meets first down.
And it's going to be hard for Danville because they're so worried about passes down the field with this Hillsdale group that anything behind the line of scrimmage is going to be free game for Hillsdale in this contest. And with the speed they have, getting to those sidelines, that's a hard kind of combo to really come up with any game plan for if you're Coach Bloom on the far side.
1st and 10 Falcons from the 26 of their own end. Handoff, no fake handoff, Sloan is Bauer again. Brock, it's the 30, the 35, 40, he's off to the races. Gets wrapped up though, nice job by Cy Wallace to keep that from going to the house, but it is another chunk play and a first down for the Falcons.
Yeah, and I'm loving the RPO out of Hillsdale, and most of the time they're going with that pass on the option. And this time Bauer, nice little gain. More than a little gain, and actually they spot it a little bit further back than I thought they would have. Must have stepped out early.
Yeah, so give him 20 yards on the reception. And again, they're just dinking and dunking, but using their speed. 1st and 10 Falcons. Handoff Owen. Owen through a couple holes, still on his feet, and finally swarm tackled by about 6 Devils. And still moves up a yard. Give him about 8.5.
I mean, yeah, the improvement of this kid has been spectacular. It's my first time watching Hillsdale, and I remember Sloan played pretty darn well in that state Final Four game. Well, he's got some bruiser to him as he's added some muscle, of course, over the last 12 months, and he's just shoving Danville defenders. But Bryson Burke, number 7 in white, was the one to able to kind of stop him somewhat until he pushed forward for 2 more yards and the pack took him down.
And he wasn't 100% in that state final as well. Now he's healthy, and you're seeing what he's able to do. 2nd and 1 now at the Danville 46. Lewis hands it. No, he fakes the handoff. It's going to be a quick hitter right side. That knocks Lewis, his brother, across the 40, down to the 39. It's another first down.
Keep moving those chains. Hillsdale just slowly chipping their way down the field. This has looked real good out of these Falcons, the number 1 team in Region 27, looking the part here against Danville.
And now Coach Bloom is going to take his team for a timeout. 2:39 left opening quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Falcons driving again.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Back here at Ridgewood High School. Coach Bloom taking his first time out of this opening half, just trying to regroup the group here as Hillsdale's the second possession of the game, they're driving again.
Well, I know that Coach Bloom calls the timeouts, but the defensive coordinator, Charlie Duncan, definitely has a lot of words to say after a couple of these big gains for Hillsdale.
Got a flag on the play here, so we'll see what it is, but it's in the backfield, and we'll see if we have an illegal shift. Hillsdale is moving backwards, and it is.
On the offense, 2 guys moving without getting set. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
So they'll actually decline it as Sloan didn't get anything on the gain. So Coach Bloom deciding to take the no gain instead of the extra play for Hillsdale.
That's a good momentum play, too. I mean, we've talked about Bryson Burke enough. He hasn't. We're making up for lost time because he hasn't played since week 1, but he had a great tackle in the backfield, ripping Sloan to the ground to make it 2nd down and 10.
Sloan in the eye. It's going to be a stretch handoff left side to him. He's going to cut back at the 35, and he's going to get a good 5 or 6 yards out of that. It'll be 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down.
I mean, just look at all of the Danville helmets that just swarm on Sloan here at the end. It takes a village, basically.
It has to, yeah.
The entire village of Danville to bring down Owen Sloan right now.
And that's exactly what they need to do to keep him contained. Had a note to tell you. Danville's AD, Jill Lyons, wanted to say hello. Saw her before the game.
I hope she heard my shout-out.
Hopefully.
If not, shout out to Jill. She's doing a great job.
Yeah, she
Spirit Squad, nice student section here tonight.
We'll be doing Danville and Hillsdale boys and girls basketball this year. 3rd down and 4. Lewis is going to keep it himself and get the first down. He needed 4. He got 6, and it's another Heffelfinger meets first down. Lewis is not afraid to go right into the teeth of the Danville defense to get himself a first down.
I always favor teams that kind of use some offensive plays that aren't their bread and butter whenever they're able to utilize those and get good yardage, and that's exactly how I feel about Cale Lewis running the football. I mean, he's done great with it all year, but his real skill set is throwing the ball. But if they can use him and get 8-yard gains and first down gains like that, I mean, what's Danville going to do to match it?
Just spreads it open even more. Sloan on the handoff, full head of speed. He slips, ball's on the ground, but they're going to say he was down by contact. We'll have a good look at it right here. It'll give him 2 yards, but could have been more, but he slipped up right here.
Yeah.
And
just looked like it popped out. Nice tackle by the defensive line. I mean, if you can't bring them down,
at least trip them up.
Yeah, trip them up. Try to go for the legs. It just got to make sure that you can do whatever you can to get Sloan down, because if you are bringing him down by committee, most of the time he's going to push forward, getting a couple extra yards just like he has all game long. But trip him up at the feet, limit him here to just a gain of 2.
This might be the last play of the quarter. Play clock down to 2. Lewis is going to look to pass. Has some time. Throws it towards the end zone. Has McFadden. Yes! Touchdown Falcons. Hayden McFadden got open behind the defensive secondary and makes Danville pay. It's 12-0.
Oh, Carson Proper is going to be looking back on film, and he's going to regret this one. He played just a little bit too shallow as he was hanging right around the 5-yard line. Cale lofts that one with a perfect sort of throw. We saw him throwing those in the warm-ups. He looked right on the money with all of his passes, and that one right there, same thing. Now it makes it a 2-score lead for Hillsdale.
25 yards on the reception. Lewis to McFadden, both scores coming from 25 yards out. The extra point this time gets up in the air. It is good. And just like that, with 8 seconds left in this first quarter, it is 13-0 Hillsdale. We'll keep it here, but, I mean, you gave Cale Lewis a little bit too much time in the pocket. He found his receiver.
Yeah, I mean, this is perfect. I mean, pitch perfect, nice throw, over the top, just over Proper, who was late getting back as he was the furthest guy back for Danville. Great execution by the Falcons, and I mean, 13-0 lead here just before the first quarter ends. I mean, this is exactly what you're looking for if you're Hillsdale. You don't want to keep it close here with Danville because you never know what can happen towards the end. So off to a strong start, just like you said in the keys to victory.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they have to do, and something they weren't able to do the last time these two teams met. 2021, it was at Tough Street Stadium in the grass before the turf. Danville got out to a huge lead, but then it was Hillsdale that was able to bounce back. They actually got a successful onside kick from that game. Fought back, had a score, went for the win instead of the tie. Were unable to get it, and Danville took that first game en route to a regional championship appearance. And then, well, last year you were there we have rain, but we don't have the wind that we had last year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they will take this. We'll show you, but a recap of that game. But you could see, as I was clipping it up today, you could just see that huge flag at Shelby just whipping in the wind like it was going to get knocked off its own.
I mean, they're not called the Whippets for nothing.
It's true. That is true. Barring a penalty here, we will have our final play of this first quarter.
I mean, all of these kicks going out of bounds, giving you field position at the 35. You've got to capitalize here if you're Danville.
Proper with Wallace to the right. He's going to hand it to Cy. Cy at the 35, cuts back and met immediately. Does lean forward for 2, but that will do it for the first quarter. Hillsdale, 2 possessions, 2 scores of 25 yards apiece. They lead this D7 Region 27 championship game 13-0. We'll be back.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
Downpour here at Ridgewood in West Lafayette, Ohio. 13-0. Falcons lead, and I don't know if you're going to get much of a pass game right now. Run game has to get going here for Danville. Cy Wallace gets the handoff up the middle, has a bit of a hole, and that's a good second down run. It's going to be third down and about 2.5.
But an even better wrap-up by Hillsdale in the second level, just keeping them to get from getting the first down versus a third and medium. Yeah, Grady Heller. I was trying to figure out what that number was, but Grady Heller makes a nice tackle, keeps them to now what will be a third down and 2.
So 3rd and 2. Just feeling Danville needs to get a little momentum, need to get this first down here.
And this rain's coming at a bad time. I know you want to throw the football, but it's going to be tough to do it here with a freshman.
Proper takes it. He's going to keep it himself, and he's got to get a first down. Needed 2, got 3. It's our first Danville Feed and Supply first down of the night, and the Blue Devils getting towards midfield, but they really needed that to convert.
Yeah, definitely, and they got it by the skin of their teeth as well. And one thing that's favoring them so far is that they've been doing a good job of just staying clean on the offensive line. Just make sure that you're holding your blocks, trying to create some lanes. They did so for Cy on the play before. They get that for Proper to gain just enough for the first down. They'll go back to Tripp's far side again.
1st and 10 from their own 46. 2 men in motion there, that being Justice Tharp. And we're going to have a flag.
And
it's going to be neutral zone infraction by the Falcons. We'll take a look up here. Top of the screen on the line.
And he didn't really jump at the snap. It was just a little shuffle as he was getting himself ready for the play.
But he shuffled in the zone.
Yeah,
he lined
exactly.
up there, and that's going to be...
Yeah, he's beside himself.
What did I do? Well, you accidentally lined up in the neutral zone. If you move in the neutral zone, then you get flagged for it. So another break for Danville. Now they're into Hillsdale territory. 1st and 5, and now you can kind of open up the playbook here. Man in motion, that's Carson Proper. It's going to be a handoff to Cy. Cy gets a hole, spins at the 40, 35. His speed got to the outside. Can he get to the end zone? To 15, 10, 5, end zone. Danville back at you.
What a spin move. Are you kidding me? Davis Radcliffe left in the dust as a Hillsdale tackler. Cy Wallace just shrugs him off and says, I'm better than you. I'm spinning away, and I'm going to take it to the far side. What I do best, take it to the sideline, use my speed as Zoom Wallace gets the touchdown and brings him within another possession.
Hit the circle button on him and then got to the outside. Circle button turbo. That's the combination you need when you want to win a game in Madden or NCAA. That is also the combination to get your team on the board in a regional championship. And just like that, momentum back to the Devils.
Is this Danville kicking an extra point?
This is Ridgeway, yeah. Snap down. Kick is up and through. No, it's wide.
Yeah, that's
hard to see.
That's Nolan's struggle. He tends to tail it right whenever I've seen him in practice. So that one does just miss to the right. And, I mean, what do you lose? I mean, it's a 7-point game.
Yeah. You get 2. Yeah, you score twice, get 2 extra points, you're up by 1. But now, the big thing, though, the run by 1, Cy Wallace. I mean, he's done this all season long, and that spin, I mean, my goodness, made a broken ankle, got a spin move, and then just uses his speed to the outside against Brock Bauer, who's been using the outside on offense.
I thought he was going to get a block from Hayden McFadden as he shuffled the field, but it turns out he didn't really need it. It was a faux block, and Cy Wallace does a great job as he's done all season long. And I mean, that was what we saw last year in his freshman campaign, the first couple of games in the postseason. That was sort of his coming out party. And it seems like the level of play from side just elevates as the game seems to matter more down the line.
Big play for Danville. 49 yards on the carry. It's 13-6. And now you got a little more pressure on the Hillsdale side because, you know, got to move the sticks a couple times to get that momentum back. But if they go 3 and out, Danville feeling really good about themselves.
Falcons are going to be ready here for a potential onside kick. Briggs Wallace had 2 onside kicks that he recovered in one game in their opening round game against Steubenville Catholic Central.
He was a fee nominee because of it.
Yeah, they love squib kicks, and sometimes they'll go short, try to get a Pat McAfee style onside.
And they will squib it, but it's going to get through. It's going to take a bounce off a Hillsdale player, then picked up. And through the hole, nearly breaking away is Jesse Trevathan, but he will get taken down as the Falcons now with good starting position. If he doesn't slip up here, look at this, Jonathan. Oh, could have been off to the races, but, you know, Mother Nature playing a little bit into the hand of Danville.
Yeah, Brady Heller was the one that couldn't quite scoop it up, but fortunately it just turned into a nice bounce that it was easy to scoop for Trevathan. And they get decent field position. They'll start at the 36 here.
10-17 left in the half. 13-6 in favor of the number 5 team in Division 7, Hillsdale. But don't look at that number 11 by Danville. They should be more like a 3. Quick hitter outside. McFadden makes the catch at the 40. He spins, makes the defender miss, and then he gets taken out. Hat coming off. They're going to give him 9 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1 on the completion.
Yeah, I remember last year I was raving about McFadden's yak, his ability to get yards after the reception, and he does so there. Doesn't get the first down, but, I mean, 2nd down and short, they've been very lethal with those throughout this game. And then if you're Danville, you need a stop. You could score all you want, but these Falcons and their offense, it is persistent, and you need something to give your defense momentum.
Yeah, this is a Hillsdale team. Never mind, we got a handoff to Sloan. He's going to get a first down. He's going to get 10 yards. It's a Heffelfinger meets first down. As I was going to say, this is a team that's averaging 42 points per game.
And most of the time it's because they hardly punt the football. I mean, they don't really need to worry about their offense not producing. It just simply hasn't gone that way these first couple of weeks. And playing against some teams lower seeded, of course, you get the favorable path as the 1 seed. Running clock after running clock.
69 yards on 9 carries and a touchdown so far for Owen Sloan. 1st and 10 Falcons in Danville territory at their 45. Hard rain still coming down. It's going to be a quick hitter right side. It's Bauer. Bauer, a little bit of a hole, across the 40, gets tripped up, down to the 37-yard line, 8 yards on the catch. It'll be 2nd down.
Boy, these cornerbacks are being tested for Danville. I mean, the blocks on those sides just basically turning it into 2v1s, what Hillsdale's been able to do on the sidelines. Fortunately, they're able to get Bauer to go out of bounds, but that could have been a much bigger gain.
2nd down and 2, and that's the 2nd play on this possession for Hillsdale that they so close to breaking a bigger play there. Clock down to 9 minutes left in the half. Hillsdale does get the ball out of the half as well. Sloan slips in motion. Cale takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get tripped up in the backfield. Bryson Burke.
Yes.
Great play. It's a loss of 3, and then I think we're going to get a penalty after the play.
Oh boy, if this is on Danville, this is a gut wrencher.
I see Hayden McFadden stepping outside. Are we going to have offsetting penalties? I don't know. We'll hear the
dead ball, personal foul, offense, number 10. Dead ball, personal foul, defense, number 2. Those penalties offset, 3rd down.
So it'll be a loss of 3 yards, offsetting penalties, no yardage taken back, but it'll be 3rd down and 5 now. A big play for Danville after a couple chunks by Hillsdale.
Yeah, and this is the stop. This is what you need. You know, Cale Lewis is likely going to get a chance to make a play here. If it's an RPO, they're going to put the ball in their best player's hands.
He's going to go deep, looking for McFadden. He's double teamed, and it is going to be in and out of the hands of the cornerback, Bryson Burke, looking to make back-to-back big plays. The first incompletion by Cale Lewis. as the rain kind of knocked that down a little bit in double coverage. It'll be 4th down, and now we'll see what the Falcons do here.
You definitely want an interception there, but I mean, that would have been a rough field position for you guys. I'm not saying that he dropped it on purpose, but I still think you want to come down with it and just get the football anyways. And
Yes.
It's a tough drop there for Bryson Burke because you know Hillsdale's going for it right around the 40.
4th and 5 from the Danville 40. Lewis fakes the snap twice. And Trevor Klein is going to call his first timeout of the first half. Big play here coming up out of the break as Hillsdale looks to extend their drive.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Got a chance to kind of go out and take some steps on this new Ridgewood field that they put in this summer, and the fact that we've seen a couple players slip here in this contest. Of course, it's raining, raining cats and dogs out here, but wood pellets, or sorry, wood pellets are out on the field instead of the rubber ones. Maybe that could be a factor here in a 4th down situation now. Need to make sure you don't slip this time.
Lewis rolling to his right, has some room. He's going to keep it, and he's got the first down. Giving up his body, he needed 5. They're going to officially give him 6, and it's a Heffelfinger meets first down, and a huge conversion for the Falcons, because if Danville stops that, they got great field position with a chance to go in for the tie.
Yeah, the second he rolled out to his right, I knew they were getting the first down, because you trust Kale. If he releases a football, he sees something down the field. If he doesn't, you trust him to get those 5-6 yards with all of that space he had. First down, Hillsdale.
Danville playing man-to-man. You had those 3 wide receivers to the right. Could not guard him. If they go after Kale, he can just have an easy little toss for a bigger play. Kale giving up his body, diving, getting the first down, and the Falcons have a new set of downs here at the 34 of Danville. Sloan on the handoff. Big hole. 25, 20 jitterbugs down to the 15. 19 yards, another first down.
And they haven't gone to him often. It's kind of a nice volume of play here for Owen Sloan. You're just not like throwing it down his throat, giving him 20-plus carries. But he's been very efficient with all the times they've gone to him with the football.
10 and 19 are the last 2 carries by Owen Sloan. The Falcons now have it 1st and 10 from the 15. They can get one more first down at the 5. Moving in, trying to answer the Danville big run by Cy Wallace of 49 yards and make it 13-6.
Now, if I'm Hillsdale, I'm taking my time here. I mean, you're 8 minutes to go.
Sloan's going to get it, and he's going to move his way inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
But, yeah, don't rush it. If you give Danville too much time, they could score and just send us right back to square one when we sit here in a one-possession game. You're going to get the football back in the second half, run that clock. But if you're Coach Bloom on the other side, keep an eye on that clock as they head in the red zone here.
Just look at the Final Four game last year. Danville goes down and score. Hillsdale comes right back, throws a touchdown pass with 3 seconds left in the half to cut it back to a 6-point game. So it'll be 2nd down and about 4. Owen gets the handoff again, runs a couple players over and gets inside the 5 down to the 3. 6 yards, a Heffelfinger meets first down, 1st and goal.
Yeah, Cy Wallace comes in with the tackle, able to bring him down short of the end zone, but more time ticking down on that clock. Nice window there created by the offensive line for the Falcons. Hillsdale's in business to get themselves a 3rd score today.
7 minutes left in the half. Just a reminder, we will have both bands in the halftime band show. Sloan, handoff right side into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. Three yards out, he has his 2nd score of the game, and it's 19-6 Falcons as you take a look at the Crosby advisory group. Replay. Just a stretch play.
Yeah, just creating space. He's been so good in it this all game long thus far. 2-score lead again for those Falcons.
Extra point up, and that is wide left. So extra points here tonight. Not
6 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the half. That makes the score Hillsdale
what they wanted. 19-6 the score. We'll take another break.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
So the Falcons right back at you with Owen Sloan's second score. It's 19-6 on a Rady regional final Friday night. Travis Berardi, Jonathan Langdon back here live on the NFHS, and for those watching on the replay on the OH Report. Ball taken at the 15. Wallace up to about the 30-yard line, but that's going to be good starting position here for the Blue Devils. 1st and 10 is they have plenty of time to get a Danville-type drive down into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Kill this clock. Just try to get 4 yards of carry. Of course, that's the Mount Gilead way of things if you're familiar with the KMAC. But Danville, I mean, they've been running the football well these last couple of plays. Rain's still coming down pretty hard, so throwing the football is going to be a little bit difficult. But if you do want to try some screen action, you could definitely get that to work out as long as you hold your blocks downfield. We saw that earlier on in the game, and Danville, they had a nice screen play, but got blown up by the Hillsdale defense.
1st and 10 from the 30. Proper. He's going to keep it himself. No, it's a reverse. This is Briggs. Briggs gets the corner. 25, 30. But Brock Bauer was right there to keep that from getting established as a big play.
That's such a wide turn from Briggs Wallace, and I know that he had to do it. It was great coverage there by Hillsdale, but, I mean, that's a lot of running just to get 4 or 5 yards. It's officially a 4-yard gain, but Briggs, I like the play design. Just got to make sure you cut that off a little bit more, but kudos to that Hillsdale defense, making it a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 now after that gain of 4. Proper hands off the Cy. Moves left, gets a few more yards, but it is now 3rd and manageable as he gets about 3 on the play. So this is about the distance you want for a 3rd and short for Danville. Don't know if this is 4th down territory, though, with 5:35 left, but the way Hillsdale's been moving the ball, I don't know. If they can get a yard here, you might see a keeper or something like that. But we'll see what they do with this 3rd down play. Wallace in motion. He's going to get the reversal. He's going to take it. He slips a little bit, and I don't think he's going to get yardage enough. That slip might have cost him a 1st down. We'll take a look at the replay right here.
Yeah, big decision coming up here for Coach Bloom. Do you go for this, try to extend the drive, or do you risk giving Hillsdale some prime field position to make it potentially a 3-score lead with 5 minutes to go?
He was able to get a yard, so it's 4th and a yard. Under 5 to play in the half.
Proper's out on the field. Looks like they're going for it. Wouldn't be surprised at all if they just try to get him to jump off sides.
Camden Horn wide to the right, down by us. Proper takes the snap. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to throw it. It's caught. 1st down at the 50, down to the 45, down to the 44-yard line. It was Briggs Wallace.
That's a great play design. You run right, go someone with the misdirection, just have them sit right in the middle of the field. Beat that coverage out of there by Hillsdale. They go past the 50-yard line. Great job from Briggs. Great throw. Freshman to freshman connection. That's going to be even better in the years moving forward. But, of course, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about a regional title here tonight.
Good for 17 yards. And now, once again, Danville in Hillsdale territory with more than 4 minutes left in the half. 3 wide to the left. Wallace sidecar left for Proper. He's going to roll to his left. Has some blocking. Has some time. He's looking. He lets it go, and it's going to be high and wide of the intended receiver. Second down that was intended for Hayden Mickley.
Yeah, good pursuit by Karsten Stevens, forcing him to throw that football. Tried to thread the needle a little bit high there for Mickley. But Proper, sometimes when he gets under pressure, he makes some underclassmen mistakes, throws some bad balls that result in interceptions. That time a little bit wiser to just throw something to the sideline, see if your receiver can make a play. But they'll live to see another down here.
Second down and 10. Proper hands that off right up the middle to Nolan Ridgway, and he's not going to get anything. It'll be third down. They tried to get the bruiser back in there, and he wasn't able to do much.
And the hardest part is that most of the time when that bruiser back is out there, it's 90%, I would say, of the time you're going to give it to him. So Hillsdale's got a good jump on that play. They send in the big boys. They make a nice tackle.
So it'll be third down and 10 from the Hillsdale 44. 3.5 minutes left in the half.
I think this is a point where you basically let your freshman decide this drive, give them a chance to make a big play.
Split backs now for the freshman. Man in motion, that's Wes Payne. He's going to look to pass. Getting rushed, throws it, and has a man, but it is it? It's caught! He did get a foot in. Wes Payne.
That is a beautiful catch. This was a wobbler, I'm not going to lie. Not the greatest throw out of the freshman, but a great job by Wes Payne. Toe tap, keeping it in, using the sideline well. Move those chains, Blue Devil fans.
Big play there. Down to the 27-yard line. 17 more yards on the completion. First and 10. Handoff. Oof. Briggs Wallace upended.
Oh, and Sloan. RB on RB crime right there.
Running back on running back crime. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job cutting at the legs. Of course, Briggs, that's where you want to hit him if he ever goes up off of the turf. Just textbook tackling.
Loss of 2. Be second down and a long 11. Under 3 to play left in the half. Devils looking to answer Owen Sloan's second rushing touchdown of the game. It's a fake handoff, quick hitter. RPO works down to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of about 9 to Briggs.
And I like how this is opening up now. The rain has sort of started to settle, and that's allowed Danville to really trust themselves throwing it down the field a little bit. They had a nice pass connection with Wes Payne. They've used Wallace a couple times. Briggs Wallace at that. Cy scored the touchdown earlier, but now they're going over to his freshman brother in Proper. Maybe he goes to the air again.
Third down and 3. Briggs, 3 catches, 27 yards. Proper, hands off the side. No, he fakes it. It's another quick hitter. It's caught again, down to the 10. First and goal. Nolan Ridgway. 10 yards on the little quick pass.
No, that was Justice Tharp making the catch. Yeah, Tharp comes in at tight end, does a great job making the catch. The junior, he's a big fella. They're excited about what he can do this, of course, tonight and then, of course, next year as well. But great job just using your tight end. I know that quarterback Proper loves to use his tight ends. His brother's one as he sits on the left side of the line here on this first down and goal.
First and goal from the 10. Everybody moving to the right side. Proper alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to look to keep. It's the jump pass. It's a touchdown. Cy Wallace. The jump pass works in a regional final once again.
I mean, don't you love that? The creativity we're seeing out of Danville's offense here in the last 2 drives. They're doing a fantastic job. They use Cy with his feet, has a nice spin move to get himself open for a long touchdown run. And here they are using him in the slot right there on the trips formation out of this Danville offense. And I got to love, that's one of my favorite plays in football.
Yes.
Jump pass is beautiful.
7-point game, and Danville, they're going to go back to what they like to do and go for 2. 1:21 left in the half. This is a big conversion. They can get it. Cy gets the handoff. He gets in. Touchdown. 2-point
Untouched.
good.
Did they score too early, though? 1:20 to go. We saw how good this Falcons offense has been just so far in this first half, but, I mean, you got to focus on that later. This is a great run here out of Cy Wallace. Great push by the offensive line as well. And now it's a 5-point game.
I mean,
this is the exact same score it was in the Waterford game in the entire game last week for Danville.
Blue Devils right back at you. They're Hillsdale scoring twice to start things off. Danville finding their footing thanks
awesome.
to the quick hitters. Look at that.
Is that the pendulum swinging Danville's way?
I like what you did there, sir. But let's take a look at the jump pass one more time. It was the pass that gave them the lead in the JFK regional final a few years ago. We all knew how it ended. They did not get the last laugh in that game, but it's always just, it's hard to guard. He's running at the line. You got to try and stop him and then just stop, little dink, touch pass, touchdown.
Now, if I'm Danville, this is not the time to get creative and try to win an onside kick. Get him as far down the field as you can. Don't allow him any momentum to try and score.
And there's the squib. It's going to be taken at the 35. This is Trevor Robinault, and he's going to get up about the 43-yard line, so it still works. And now we got a flag on the sideline.
I think they were all early to coming back on the field.
It's going to be a sideline warning.
So they're going to talk. They're going to talk to some of the coaches, just make sure that they don't jump onto the field too early. So you're happy that it's just a warning, because this is good field position with 1:15 to go, and it would have been a killer if you moved back.
Well, I heard the whistle, looked down, saw them start running, and the referee just was in their way. It's unless, you know what, this is something that he saw earlier, and is that first time a warning, second time,
well,
you're
I think there was a incident with McFadden earlier on in the game where he came out a little bit early, and the official kind of gave him a talking to before the next play started. So that's at least 2 incidents for Hillsdale jumping on the field a little early, as now we're going to see Danville call a timeout.
They didn't like what they saw out there, so they'll talk it over with 1:15 left. Hillsdale at their own 42-yard line.
Not to put pressure on the kids, and obviously they can't hear us up here, but this is the drive that decides the game for me. I mean, if you can keep Hillsdale out of the end zone, they've got...
You keep it within a 2 even if they score on the first drive of the second half, right?
Yeah, they've got 2 timeouts left. They can really gun this down the field. Kill Lewis has done a great job throwing the football. He's had a couple nice opportunities. He had a nice pass into the end zone to Hayden McFadden. This is huge. This is what they have been waiting for, this Danville defense, and that's what this timeout's for. Coach Charlie Duncan's going to go out and chat with this group and just tell them, we didn't play 13 weeks of football to give up a touchdown on this last drive and really give momentum and give Hillsdale and put themselves in their seat.
Absolutely. So back out of the timeout, 1st and 10 Hillsdale. Handoff Owen Sloan. Moves ahead only for a few yards. Gets 4, it'll be 2nd down.
Clock is ticking.
And is this a matter of you're trying not to score too quick? Lewis now looking to pass. Got the slant to McFadden. It's caught. 1st down.
Great tackle. Chains move, so the clock will stop for a little bit, but that's huge from side to just limit it to a couple yards past the 1st down marker.
9 yards on the catch. Back on the ball. 46 seconds on the clock. Lewis looking for the quick hitter and just underthrows Owen Sloan, and then
run us back. A couple of yells from the Hillsdale crowd. They thought there was a late hit here at the end. Lewis.
It's on the ground. It's on the ground. He looks to pick it. I mean, I know he's going for the ball, but it's in front of him. He sees it get dropped.
It's a forward pass.
Yeah.
No flag.
No flag. That's what kind of surprises me. Even though you're allowed to run, you can't run out on the field a little early. But hey, no harm, no foul. Nobody's hurt. Incomplete. We're on 2nd down. 40 seconds left. Lewis looking to go deep, still has time, rolling. Now he's going to throw it out of bounds. He's out of the box, and they're going to call a flag.
Now the question is, did this get past the line of scrimmage when it got thrown away? If it got past the line of scrimmage, it should not be an intentional grounding.
That's way across the line of scrimmage, and I think they're talking it over. Unless, I mean, Lewis was pointing the other way.
I think they're gonna end up picking this up. Slipped to his feet, Lewis did, as he threw that ball away. He's fortunate enough, I think, to get it past the line of scrimmage, and it shouldn't warrant a flag, but 3 officials meeting here.
He's going outside. Waiting, throws it and slips, but that's...
Yep, they pick it up.
They're picking it up. That is the right call.
I think I just saw a couple Danville fans across the way clap their hands. They know that shouldn't have been an intentional grounding as well. At least we're neutral here.
Oh, hey, but that's a good thing. That's why you have multiple referees. They talked it over. They got the call right. It took a couple seconds to do so, but
sometimes the best thing is to throw the flag and then deliberate and pick it up.
Absolutely. Lewis getting rushed, spins out of traffic, still has time. Now he has plenty of time. He's going to take off. 45. 40, breaks another tackle, and then gets out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Somehow gets 9 yards out of it. It's going to be 4th down and 1 with 21 seconds left in the half.
Garrett Furr is kind of stumbling back to the line. He got hurt in that last play. He's a very big piece to this Hillsdale offensive line. You need to make sure he's 100%. Definitely doesn't look like it right now, and on a 4th down and 2, that could be a big factor. He's the left guard here on this rushing attack likely here for Hillsdale on 4th down.
Ball on the Danville 37. Sloan got it. He has a big hole. 30, 25, down inside the 25. It's 1st down Hillsdale.
Good tackle. Make sure that you tackle him inbounds, force Hillsdale to call a timeout, and that's exactly what the Falcons do.
So
great run.
Yeah.
Their second of the half.
Man, has he framed out in the last year.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a big fella, and he's very much deserving to be an all-state first team, all-state running back. He's had a fantastic year for Hillsdale, and I hope he gets it.
Already over 100 yards rushing for the game. 1st down and 10, now on the 22-yard line with 15 seconds left. And, I mean, we've seen Bowers, he's able to get the distance. You have a timeout as well. You can do anything here on this next play.
At the very least, I think the Falcons can feel comfortable getting close enough to give Bowers a chance at a field goal.
Score from Zanesville. Big Walnut leads Massillon 7-0 after 1. 15 seconds left in the half out of the timeout. 3 wide for Lewis. And he's going to look to pass there. Rolling out. He's going to throw towards the end zone, and it is knocked down.
That's a smart play. I think it's always safe to just not try to make a play, try to make an interception in the end zone, and then things go wrong. Bryson, no doubts there, just batting that ball down. Living to see another play. 8 seconds to go. Hillsdale's got a timeout to their disposal as well.
So we'll see what we can do here for the Falcons.
Also, good job by Lewis just going through his progressions. He looked at Hayden McFadden first. He was not double covered. He was triple covered on that last play. So he went on in the progressions, tried to take a shot one-on-one down the field.
Lewis looking to the end zone. He's going to throw it left side. He's got Bauer. Bauer down at the 2. Timeout Hillsdale with 3 seconds left. 19 yards on the quick hitter. 1st and goal.
Take a look at this defense from Danville. 3 players there. They use a rub-off sort of route from one of the receivers for Hillsdale. It really helps create space. That's a big play, and now with 3 seconds left.
Too, keeping Bauer from getting into the end zone. 1 play for the half, and this is exactly what we saw in the Final Four last year. Hillsdale's last play of the half was a touchdown pass to get them back in it.
And I'll tell you what, we were talking about Garrett Furr earlier. Shout out to him. He is really just trying to fight his way through this final drive. if they score a touchdown, he's my MVP of this drive. I mean, he's been hurt ever since they crossed midfield, and he was able to get a big block for Sloan to get a nice run to the left side a couple plays ago. And they're going to need something from him if they decide to try and give it to Owen here on a handoff with 3 seconds to go close to the goal line.
So what do we do here? Is it close enough to Sloan? Do you give it to Bauer on a sweep? Do you go for the quick hitter? One play, barring a penalty, but this should be the last play of the half. How will this go? This is the play of the game.
You give it to your best player, and in my eyes, that is Cale Lewis. You let him decide what he's going to do. Watch out for an RPO.
4 wide. He's looking to keep it. He's going to get thrown. He throws it to Sloan. He's knocked down, and Danville breaks up the play, and that'll do it for the half.
It wasn't an RPO. It was an option play, and I think Sloan gets in Cale's way here. He was trying to just join the quarterback to his left to try and give him an option to pitch it, and it ended up going ahead of him, had to throw the football, and that wasted precious time. That is a big stop for Danville, just what we said they needed.
19-14 the score. Danville in it. They'll give Hillsdale the ball out of the half, but first, it's time for the halftime band show after this. Live on the NFHS and replayed on the OH Report.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Tonight, the Blue Devil Band brings a little mystery, a little groove, and a whole lot of attitude with their performance of a cult classic, made famous by the Krantz and revived by a whole new generation of fans watching the TV show Wednesday. Featuring senior twirler Anya Mercado, this spooky rock favorite will have you moving in your seats. So sit back and get ready to rock and enjoy the sounds of the Blue Devil Band performing Goo Goo Muck. combines rock and rhythm in an unforgettable way. And tonight, it features a special spotlight performance by senior trumpet soloist Bebo Adams. Get ready to make some noise for the Blue Devil Band because we want to dance like Uma Thurman.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2025 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band. Tonight, the Falcon Band brings you their postseason show. For our first song tonight, we have a hit from Katy Perry. This song sent Perry to #1 on the charts in 2011. This #1 hit was the 5th one of her career, making her the first female artist to do this. We are all chanting TGIF with this summer hit, Last Friday Night. Next, we bring back a song from earlier in the season. Originally written for Janet Jackson, this hit became the only Grammy-winning single for the artist who performed it. Tonight's performance features seniors Ilya Shevsky, Autumn Bond, Michaela Schwendeman, and Michaela Simmons. We hope our rendition of this 2003 Britney Spears hit doesn't come off as too toxic. We bring you a song for the days that you're feeling down and out. With solos from Zoe Ritchie, Blake Schwann, and Mandy Jung, we have a song that you can sing to turn your day around. Have your blue skies faded to gray? Have your passions gone away? Well then, it sounds like you might have had a bad day. This has been the 2025 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band.
Yes, it is.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
And they do hand it to Cy Wallace, and he's ahead for a touchdown. And that puts the Danville Blue Devils up 6-0. Pete early in the second quarter. Lewis back to pass, rolls to his left, nothing in front of him. Lewis tucks the ball, can he make it? Goes to the pylon. What are they calling? No call, touchdown, Hillsdale Falcons. Danville in the shotgun, Hackman with, looks like Burke to his left. High snap again, but handled by Hackman. Burke up the middle. He's got a chance here. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and drags Hayden McFadden in the end zone for a Danville touchdown. 2nd and 3 here on the right hash. Hackman under center. Handoff up the middle to Wallace. He runs behind his pads.
That's
almost. I'm sorry, it's Burke. Almost untouched. Burke goes in for a touchdown, and that puts Danville up 20-6 on the Hillsdale Falcons. And 2 receivers left. Lewis in a gun, has the ball, surveys the field, throws to the end zone. Scott Bauer. Bauer goes up and makes an amazing catch. Brock Bauer with the touchdown. Hillsdale from the right. Sloan the sidecar. Sloan stays in the block. Lewis throwing it up, 50-50 ball, and he's got a man in the end zone.
I think that's in.
And that's a touchdown. Number 2, Holland Young. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Lewis keeps it this time, pushes ahead, stretches for the goal line, and he gets it. Hillsdale in for the touchdown. The call from the side judge. 3 running backs in the backfield. The give, that's Wallace, and he stopped, and it's going to be so close. Hillsdale thinks they stuffed it. We'll have to see the spot. I don't know. It's too close. Wallace made a little side cut instead of running behind his pads. Oh, you'd like to see Wallace just run behind his pads there. Hillsdale thinks they have it, and that is the 2nd turnover on downs for Danville this half. 5 wide for Hackman. Lost the ball, last play of the game. Hackman has protection, now rolls out, now he's tracked down. Oh, and he's sacked, and time runs off the clock, and that's how the game ends. Hillsdale, on a gutty performance, earns their first berth at a state championship.
Welcome back inside the Sloan Concrete and Valley ATV halftime report. The halftime actually, that says pregame. There's halftime. But anyway, they brought you by both of those great businesses as we are back here getting ready for second half action, Jonathan, and let's just get right to the stats as Hillsdale, I mean, they've almost doubled up Danville's offensive output, but a big stop at the end of the half to keep it only to a 1-score game.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Hillsdale, they've got the momentum. 281 yards is really good in a half. They've only been stopped by the clock at this point. Great job by Danville. A little bit of a questionable play call on that final play as they went to the boundary side and just ran out of space on an option play. But, I mean, you got to like where you're at if you're Hillsdale. You're getting the football back to start the half. You'll get a chance to drive down the field. You haven't been stopped yet by this Danville defense in that aspect. But if you're the Blue Devils, that turnover category, you want to put some on Hillsdale's side if you want to try to win this game.
Yes, because Hillsdale, like we said, gets the ball out of the half, and if they go down and score, it's kind of like the same thing going again as the beginning of the game where it's Danville trying to keep up with Hillsdale, but they get a stop out of here or a turnover. This game's completely flipped on its head, and you never know what could happen.
And this game started 13-0 in favor of Hillsdale. The second quarter was huge for Danville. I went to talk to a couple of coaches. They were very, very happy with how that second quarter went. That Cy Wallace touchdown and the spin move that he made around Davis Radcliffe, that was the turning point for the offense. The defense still hasn't had that kick in for them yet. They had a couple of pass deflections, but stops. That's the word here for Danville in this half. Stops. They need those to win today.
Some individual stats in the first half. Pro for passing, 6 of 8, 64 yards and a touchdown. That's exactly what you need to keep the balance going. Cy Wallace, 7 carries, 63 yards and a score. On the other side, Cale Lewis, 9 of 14 passing, 125 yards and a touchdown. Owen Sloan getting his own, 15 carries, 123 yards, 2 scores. Cale Lewis, 5 carries, 30 yards. Hayden McFadden has 4 catches, 73 yards and a score. So we're just about ready to go here. To start this second half, Danville kicking away to Hillsdale. Will they actually kick it away, though? Is this where we see the chance taken?
Every time I've tried to call it, it has not happened. So I think the key here, Danville, I think they're going to come out and really decide that they want to try to pin Hillsdale deep here. So if they try to go for kind of a squibber that tails towards the sidelines, try to keep it in play long enough to where Hillsdale's kind of at odds as if they want to pick it up or not. Because Hillsdale, for the most part, has started around the 35, 40-yard line with all of their drives. They've got to pin them back a little bit more.
So that was the Valley ATV Sloan Concrete halftime report as we are 3 seconds away from getting underway in the second half. We are 24 minutes away from determining a regional champion. Some other scores from around the area. St. Henry 18, Marion Local 7. Is the streak in jeopardy? It very well may be. Big Walnut 17, Massillon Washington 14 at the half. Shelby 21, Galleon 7 at the half. Colonel Crawford 28, West Jefferson 0 at the half. And Hopewell Loudon 20, Cary 0 at the break. Ready to go for the second half, and it is going to get booted away. It's taken by the up man and slips, picks up the ball again, and out to about the 38-yard line. That being Jesse Trevathan again. As the Falcons.
I'm surprised he didn't go down to his knees there as he tried to scoop up the football. So he does get a couple extra yards thanks to just keeping those knees up, elevated above the turf. But here goes Cale Lewis, right around familiar territory to where they start their drives, just shy of the 40. Good catch on the squib kick, though.
Yes.
They tried to lob it over the top. Didn't work out. Falcons still able to scoop it up, have a decent return.
Hillsdale, the clock. The only thing that stopped them offensively so far, but you never know. Lewis looking to pass. It's going to be a screen to Sloan. Sloan catches 40, third, 45, up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the reception. It'll be second down.
Yeah, good cut there by Sloan. Right as he catches the football, cuts to the inside, rides the hashes all the way over to the next first down marker. Ends up 2 yards shy. Wallace comes in with the tackle. He was plowed through, though, by Sloan as he's used his power well today.
That's something you kind of don't want to see defensively for Wallace, is to get dinged up on the defensive side by Sloan. Possibly a double whammy. Owen's going to get the handoff this time. He's going to get the first down yardage out to midfield. He needed 2. He got 3. So Heffelfinger meets first down.
I mean, Wallace was there again with the tackle, and he sits in, leaning with his back kind of down, absorbing a lot of contact there, and just continuing to take those shots, as you said.
Ball out the midfield here, just underway, second half. Sloan, 16 carries, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had 205 to lead all area rushers last week. Soon to be first-team All-Ohioan as well. Gets the handoff again. Right side, has some distance, gets to the 45, moves his way ahead, but there is a flag on the play right where he was trying to push his blocking back. And I think we're going to get it. Yeah, we're probably going to get a hold here.
I think
Brock Bauer,
you could make an argument. You can make an argument either way.
They're going to call it on Bauer. It'll be the 4th penalty of the night against Hillsdale.
Yeah, because I saw Ridgeway kind of tugging at the shoulders
there. Take a
there.
look at it again, the Crosby replay.
Yeah, just look at Ridgeway kind of tuck at the shoulders, of course.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty from the start of the foul.
Most of the time when it's a holding call, it's going to go against the offense. That's unfortunate there. Spot foul, though, so you're not going to set first down and 20. It'll be first and 16 instead.
Now, I said this before. Hillsdale, when I've seen them play, if they've had a penalty back and behind the sticks, they usually get a chunk play the next 1 or 2 plays out of that. That's been their bread and butter to keep them on track. There's the fake of the handoff. He's going to throw it deep. Looking for McFadden. It's picked off. No, it's in and out of the hands of Carson Proper. He had it in his hands and dropped it.
That was your chance to get the takeaway. Oh, man. That is Wes Payne, hands on helmet. Carson, of course, hands on helmet.
Oh, man.
It has been a rough game so far for the secondary, but Danville, that's a play that you're going to want back here, especially if you don't come out with the win. You're not going to get very many balls that could easily be intercepted out of the hands by Cale Lewis. You have to bring that ball in.
It was a great pass rush there by Danville to force that kind of underthrown ball. Lewis this time has time. Now he's going to roll out. This is a coverage sack at the most. He's going to let it go, and he's going to get his man, and it falls out of his hands. But no intentional grounding, but it'll be 3rd and 16. And once again, big number 54, Owen Gronberg back in the backfield.
And then also Nolan Ridgway deflecting that ball out of the hand of the receiver for Hillsdale, and he gets a nice pat on the helmet by Coach Bloom, who was right there to greet him after the play.
Now the referee's talking. One of the referees has his hat off. Would that be an illegal touch if a flag is thrown? Because if a receiver goes out of bounds, doesn't establish himself or is the first player to catch it, then, and there is a flag on the play.
Illegal touching.
It is illegal touching.
On the offense. The player went out of bounds on his own and was the first to touch the ball. The 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Lost it down.
Lost it down,
so
too. That is huge.
5-yard penalty and a loss of down. So it'll be 3rd down and 21.
I'll tell you what, those Danville fans across the way are getting rowdy. This is the stop that they needed. And now the Zebras are going to congregate even more here.
Great adjustments made by the Danville coaching staff at the half. The coverage is great.
Yeah, I mean,
the pass rush was good there as well.
To be enforced from the previous spot. 5 yards from the previous spot, and a loss of down.
So the referee's just saying it was from the previous spot where the 5 yards
I think they had that down before, but they were just clarifying. So 3rd down and 21. But, I mean, if you convert this for Hillsdale, that's a gut punch for Danville, especially after 2 plays ago you were supposed to have an interception.
Yeah.
Everything's going the Blue Devils' way. You need to get this stop. 3rd down and 21. You cannot let Hillsdale convert.
Lewis back to pass. Ball fakes, looking to run now. Gets the corner. Now he stops. Stutters again. Rolls, and he lets it go, and it is incomplete. It'll be 4th down, but Danville will get off the field.
This is a star in the making on the edge. Owen Gronberg has been fantastic here in this game. Forces Cale to make a tough throw. I mean, Bryson Burke was almost there to make an interception, but that is the stop they needed. Wes Payne, Nolan Ridgway running off to the sideline, getting their crowd into it as they've got a chance to take the lead, potentially here with a nice return and a nice drive to follow.
So Hillsdale had the 8-yard screen and then nothing else. Danville. Phenomenal stand to start this second half. Now Falcons will have to look to get this off. Lewis with a big boot. It's going to be received at the 28 by Briggs. Briggs reverses field, has a hole. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Knocked out of bounds at the 25 and a flag on the play. I might see a hold, but nonetheless, Briggs Wallace will see it right here.
So if that is the call, it's going to go on Tharp, and that would be huge. But it is a spot foul. So
it's a spot foul, so it only back him up to about the 35. And Danville has all the momentum now. We'll wait the call.
Holding on the return team. Number 87. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First out.
But
that's still a big return.
That is a huge return.
I mean, once he broke
4 defenders, yeah.
Once he broke past that pack, I mean, If your last name is Wallace, you've got speed. And the only person to bring him down was the punter. Great job by Cale Lewis making a nice tackle. But, I mean, Danville, you're in business. You're in Hillsdale territory already, and you've got the freshman quarterback coming out. You cannot afford any mistakes.
Ball on the 36.
This is the fluidity we were talking about. You got it from your special teams. I was talking about it all game. They needed a big play out of their special teams. They got it. Now it's the offense's turn.
Man in motion, that's Mickley. Proper's going to keep it himself, go into the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get much. Maybe a yard. It'll be second down.
Yeah, ripped back by Jake Haven, who was able to get behind Proper and just kind of hold him where he was. Not too much of a gain, as you said.
Well, we said this earlier. Don't let that number 11 deceive you on the scoreboard, Danville.
It's actually a typo. It's actually a 1.
It should be like a 4 or a 3.
I mean, take off the one of the ones completely, and
basically
a state Final Four game. I mean, that's where they met last year, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for Proper. Mickley in motion again. It's going to be a handoff to Cy, and Cy's met immediately again and taken back. It'll be 3rd down on no gain.
And you got to wonder, 2 run plays, when you get that sort of momentum, I think you should, on a 1st down and 10 call, maybe try to take a shot down the field and take that momentum back even more.
You got to think, how's Hillsdale going to now guard the pop passes and the jump passes? Will it open up that deep pass for Danville?
Well, I think here you want to see Proper drop back in the pocket, try to get some time with his offensive line, trips to the far side. A lot of great receivers out on the field. Who can he find?
Proper takes the snap. It's going to be a quick hitter. It's a screen pass, left side. This is Mickley. Mickley gets to the 30-yard line. Where are they going to mark him out of bounds? At the 29. 6 yards. It'll be 4th and 4.
Good play. They've gone to Mickley a lot of times this year on the screen. He loves to use the sideline to his advantage. He's very good at dancing on the sideline. That time didn't get it for a 1st down, but, I mean, you're in go-for-it territory, which is what I like to call the 40 and on in opposing territory. So you've got a great chance to just simply go for this and see what you can do.
Officially 7 on the play. 4th and 3. Proper hands off the side. No, it's a fake. It's a pass. It's one-handed, bobbled and caught. Bobbled and caught by Briggs Wallace. 9 yards on the pop pass. And watch this.
Wallace on the reception.
I was told about this kid 13 months ago. The start of last season, everyone was telling me, Cy's got a brother that it could arguably be better. I mean, we're seeing that here tonight. He has been great. Of course, Cy's got the touchdowns for Danville, but Briggs breaking out here in this 3rd quarter.
1st and 10. 3 wide to the right for Proper. He's going to roll that way. Looking. He's going to throw it towards the end zone. Has a man! Yes! Touchdown, West Payne! 20 yards. Danville leads.
He had a sideline flirter in the 1st half. That was only for 13 yards. This one is for a TD, folks. A beautiful catch from Wes, just his 2nd of the game. It's for 6. Danville has the lead.
20-19. They're going to go for 2 and try and make it a 3-point lead, but this game's been flipped on its head. What a catch. Danville a passing team? Proper awaiting the snap. Gives it to Cy. And Wallace is not going to get it. He'll be stopped. But the Danville Blue Devils back at you. Get the stop, get the score. They lead by 1 midway through the 3rd.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
This score is not a typo, folks. Danville has come roaring back. Hillsdale scored the first 2 touchdowns of the game, but since then, 20-6. Danville leads by 1. 7:52 left in the third. Travis Berardi, Jonathan Langdon, live on the NFHS Network. Also, if you're watching the free replay on the OH Report afterwards, hopefully you are. Hopefully you're a fan that's here, because this has been a phenomenal game so far. Line drive kicked. It's going to be taken at the 20. Full head of speed for Sloan. 35-40 and out of bounds. Up ahead. You do not kick it to him.
Especially on a liner, because your defense is, or your special teams unit is not down the field in time. When you give him a line drive like that, he's got ample space to return it and basically right back to square one, just like where they were. This time a little bit further past the 40 for the Falcons, although Danville had a nice defensive stand. They might get a nice boost after that touchdown with Wes Payne a few minutes ago. I mean, this is what you play for, man. This is a great game.
This is a phenomenal game here in D7. 3 wide to the left. Sloan behind Lewis. It's going to be a quick hitter to McFadden. McFadden makes the catch.
Great
has some
blocks.
blockers. Out to midfield. 45 out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 12 yards. It's a Heffelfinger meets first down.
Yeah, Chris Moser shoves him out at the end, maybe a little bit late, but great blocking down the field. Brock Bauer led the way. Was able to allow McFadden to get the first down. He's had a lot of yards after the catch here in this game.
Back to that yak that they did early on in the game, then they kind of ran away with it trying to go downfield after the 25-yard touchdown
And you know what?
pass.
They're going back to the sidelines. Just trying to spread out this Danville defense that has tried their hardest to keep it in the box or just within the hashes.
Sloan takes the handoff, gets the 40, and still gets 3 more yards after that. Officially 2. 5 yards on the carry, 2nd down and 5. And just like that, Hillsdale back on the move, doing what we've seen them do all year long.
Yep, the short pass, then immediately go into the run. Sloan getting him involved here in this drive awfully early after a nice successful pass play. I mean, Lewis is taking some shots down the field, which we thought he would. He's very good at the deep ball.
Yes.
However, he had one almost picked by Carson Proper, and now they're playing it more conservative here in this drive.
Sloan with another handoff. He's got a first down and more. 30, down to the 25, still on his feet, down to the 24. Another Heffelfinger meets first down, 14 yards on the carry.
I mean, that's a nice hole created by the offensive line. So big you could drive an 18-wheeler through it. A little homage to Peyton Colby, who I know is watching tonight.
Shout out Peyton, yes.
Yes.
But I think, that Danville drive kind of awakened this Hillsdale, especially this line, after they were pretty much dominated on that first possession of the second half by the defensive ends. Sloan gets it, jitterbugs, gets to the 20, down to the 19-yard line. They'll give him actually the 25 more yards.
Yep, Chris Moser in on the tackle again. He's been doing good here at linebacker in the second half. Gets him at the legs, keeps him from going any further, but still a nice run.
But that's another thing. He's a big running back, but his speed, he gets the handoff and immediately he's 5 yards upfield.
Yeah, it just seems like before anybody can get a hand on him, he's at least got 2 or 3 yards, which is what everybody strives for. If you can get 3 or 4 yards every carry, that's the success sort of point.
2nd down and 5. Owen with the carry. Has it right side, down to the 15, down to the 14. Another Heffelfinger meets first down, 6 yards on the carry.
I mean, the best thing Danville can do is just get as low to the ground as you possibly can. Use everything you have to bring this guy down, but even still, he's just going to jump on over you and still lunge for an extra 1 or 2 yards.
4 carries, 30 yards on this drive and 2 first downs for Owen Sloan.
This is the response you wanted from the Falcons. This is a great offensive, probably the best drive of the night.
Can Danville get that chunk loss play that helped him out last drive? It's going to be a long handoff there for Bauer. He'll get a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8. So trying to kind of widen things out with the sweep, but Danville that time was eating it up. I mean, it's completely crazy to think this is a team that made the playoffs barely at 5-5.
I mean,
this does not look like a 5-5 team, and that's how good the KMAC is, my friend.
And it's also fun that Division 7 gets a little weird when it comes to the computer points and the fact that Danville played so many higher division opponents.
A 4 or a 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Owen, handoff right side, cuts back at the 10, still on his feet at the 5. and finally taken down.
Right at the 5.
That should be enough for first down yardage. We'll see where they officially mark him down.
It
He's
might
be a yard short.
Yeah, it might be short.
So 4 yards, 7 yards on the carry. And it'll be 3rd down and 1, and wonder where this is going to go.
Yeah, good question. Maybe an option to the left like they did at the end of the first half? Okay. Maybe a little too soon.
And again, I said before, after that long pass to the 3, that tackle might have changed the game. And it did for the moment to keep him out of the end zone at the half. There's Owen, has it. Right side, and he lunges ahead to the 1 yard line. 1st and goal. 4-yard carry.
Yeah, just keep going to Old Reliable. I mean, it's been working this entire drive, and he's probably going to finish it off right here as well. I wouldn't go anywhere else other than 2-6 and blue.
Not only is this a long, successful drive for Hillsdale, but it's also wearing down this Danville front that they play both ways.
Yeah, and this has drained a lot of time off the clock. Just going to be about 3.5 minutes to go when in the 3rd quarter by the time Danville gets the football back.
Do the Blue Devils have a stop in them? 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff Owen. They do not. Easily into the end zone, and Hillsdale retakes the lead.
These two teams love to jaw at each other every single time they meet up. 3rd meeting since 2022. There's a 1-point win for Danville in the 1st meeting. Hillsdale wins it by 3 in a state Final Four. We're just going to keep going back and forth here, folks, in this one as Owen Sloan continues. Stacks onto his fantastic day at over 100 yards just in the first half alone. Well, he's well over that here as this drive alone, he was taken over.
168 yards now. 3 touchdowns. Falcons looking to make this a 7-point game. Bauer in motion to the right. Kale on the screen pass, throws it back, it's intercepted. So they get the stop. The lead remains 5. As we take a look at the Crosby replay, they were looking for the throwback screen, but Danville all over it as it's picked off by Bryson Burke, who's had himself a good game so far. We're going to take a break. 5-point lead for the Falcons with 3:40 left in the 3rd.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
It's a D7 heavyweight fight, as that kick is going to get kicked out of bounds again by Hillsdale. Danville will get good field position after an Owen Sloan possession and an Owen Sloan touchdown, his 3rd of the game.
I'm looking at your score sheet there. He's been awfully busy today, hasn't he?
42 yards on that drive alone on 7 carries, 3 first downs, and a touchdown.
And he had 15 carries in the first half, I believe I remember you saying. So,
and then 1 on that first drive. So.
Yeah, high volume for Sloan here today. Now Danville's offense going to stride out to the field. They had a nice pass to Payne. However, the rain has picked up here at Ridgewood and may decide to stay away from the pass game here for momentarily.
Proper. Sidecar right is Sidewall. He's going to keep it himself. And again, well, actually, he hit that line of scrimmage, but was able to keep his feet, and he gets 5 yards. That's a very good run by Proper on first down.
Yeah, especially looking at the box. They had 7 players in the box for Hillsdale as they were trying to stop that run. They seems like they saw it from a mile away, still couldn't stop it from being a decent 5-yard gain.
Now, we were talking about, Sloan getting those carries. Most of these games, 9 of them, he only had to play in the first half. He hasn't even reached 200 carries yet this year, and that's beneficial for Hillsdale. But also beneficial having a 2-headed attack like Danville. Wallace gets outside. 40, 35, 30, out of bounds at the 25.
I mean, how does he get out of this pack? Are you kidding me? Great block down the field. That was Wade Nisley getting down the field. fantastic effort there out of Danville as they take it to the outside. That's what Cy loves to do the most. And there is another big carry from this Danville offense. Those chunk plays, they've probably had the biggest chunk plays of the game, where we thought Hillsdale was going to be that big play offense.
34 yards on the Cy Wallace carry, along with a 49-yard touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Under 3 to play, third quarter. Proper's going to look to pass. Looking, getting rushed, and he throws it out of bounds. Does it get back to the line of scrimmage? I don't think it does. Was there a receiver in the area, though? I think they'll say Briggs Wallace was there. It'll be 2nd down.
Passing complete. Second down, 10.
Yeah, Briggs was like 5 or 6 yards away.
I think that's just enough for them to keep it. And he must have just got it back to the line of scrimmage, too.
That's awfully close, though.
Yeah, but the referee was right there, so we'll go with them. 2nd and 10. Man in motion, it's Tharp. I formation, handoff Cy. Cy tries bouncing outside, but he's not going to do it this time. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, good job by the Hillsdale front. Pulling guard there from Gronberg tried to do his job. It just opened up something for that Falcon defense to just break through the gap, get to Cy early.
Hoffman and Heller on the stop. Now this is another 3rd and 10 from around this area that you saw. Danville got about a 7-yard play, then was able to get the 1st down last time. What do we see from them here? Ball at the Hillsdale 26. Proper fakes the handoff, looks for the pop pass. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get met at the 20, but he will get about 6 yards. It'll be 4th
Watch
and
this.
4.
Great coverage on the RPO. Bauer was right there to cover Tharp, forced Proper to go to his feet and try to get some yards that way. He did. It is go for it range again, and you got the opportunity here to get a big 1st down if you're Danville with 3 yards to go.
Hillsdale leads this by 5. Winner on to the Final 4. Winner will practice on Thanksgiving. Proper alone in the backfield. 3 wide to the left, 2 men in motion to the left. Now back to the right is Carson Proper. Takes the snap. He's going to look for the quick hitter. That's caught at the 21. He trips. I don't think he got it.
Those wood pellets forced Mickley possibly to stumble shy of the marker. It's going to be dependent on that spot, but he does a great job lunging and not having the knee down.
He didn't get it. They say he did not get it. He's a yard short. Turnover on downs. Watch this again.
Yeah, so those wood pellets out on the turf caused Mickley to stumble and just barely missing it out.
That shot he took at the end.
He would have easily had the 1st down if he kept his footing.
That as well, and if that Hillsdale defender wasn't coming in, it would have allowed him to reach, but he couldn't do that. He might have fumbled. Game of inches. Falcons now backed up, though, inside their own 20.
This is the worst field position they've had all game.
Yeah. For Hillsdale, though, if they can get a touchdown out of this, Sloan gets across the 20, and he continues to just get chunks.
I mean, just look at the Danville defensive line. It's just too easy for the offensive line to get to their spots, get some nice blocks. You got to wonder when Danville's just going to start packing that middle, but it is a dangerous game when you start doing that.
Because you get the pass game, yeah. 6 yards on the carry. If Hillsdale, I was going to say, can get a long drive and score to take a 2-score lead, I don't know what that would do to Danville, but also they have a lot of field they have to traverse. If Danville can just get a stop, they're still very well in this game.
40 seconds to money time.
This time, Lewis looked to keep it. He's going to roll out. He's going to take it down in the backfield. A big play for Danville.
Look at all those white shirts crowding in on Kale. Great job here. Another big chunk loss for Hillsdale, and Tharp does a good job containing. Gets some help as well. I believe that's Cy Wallace jumping in there, getting a nice hand on the foot.
It's a loss of 7. And exactly what Danville needed. Hillsdale is going to let this run out to head to money time. Big decision to make here as we go to break. We've played 3 in the D7 region.
4's up, Danville.
7 championship. Falcons 25, Blue Devils 20. We'll be back.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Third and long for Hillsdale as we begin fourth quarter action. Danville, we know their arch rival with East Knox. Well, the East Knox girls playing just yonder over at the gym at Ridgewood. They won by 10, 46-36. That game's just final. So Knox County getting one win. Can they get a second here as we begin fourth quarter action? Third down and 12 after the long loss by Lewis. Alliteration aside, here's the snap. And we're going to get a false start. And that's going to move Hillsdale back 5 more yards.
It's never good when you have the flag come from a backside official. Almost always is going to be a false start on the offense. And that case right there makes this really, really rough on Hillsdale. These third and longs have been killing them here in the second half.
Well, also now they're in danger of having to punt out of their own end zone if they can't get a nice amount of yards here. Just underway here. Well, actually, they should set the clock to 12. They'll probably just go one Mississippi, then hit the start button. But now I think the referees will say, put a second on the clock.
There it goes.
There we go. It's back to 12. We're ready. So third down now and 17 as the rain's still falling here in West Lafayette, Ohio. It's going to be a sweep to Sloan. Sloan has some blockers. 15, 20.
Big tackle.
Gets up to the 22. 12 yards on the carry, but it's not enough.
Yeah, Bryson Burke comes in, makes a nice tackle, rips off a blocker as well as Bauer couldn't hold it in.
Good for Hillsdale, though. They're out of their end zone punting, but for Danville, they're going to get the ball back still in pretty good field position with a lot of time left here.
And some Wallace brothers looming. Both of them back there looking to return it. They've both had explosive plays earlier on in the game.
Lewis gets the snap, boots it away off to the right side. Looking at it, Briggs. Briggs catches it at the 38. Trying to reverse field at the 35, and he's going to get taken down inside the 35. He went backwards.
That's going to be a loss of 2 on the return. Actually, more than that. It looks like about a loss of 3, maybe 4 yards on that punt return as he just tried to turn the corner. That's been his kind of Achilles heel this year, where he's young. He's a freshman. He thinks that his speed can kind of win him in some battles just like it did in junior high. Well, this is the next level, baby. You gotta focus in and gotta get ready for some defenders that are really quick, gonna get to you. Just gotta tighten up those angles. Just try to get positive yardage.
Bauer and Lewis were in on the coverage there with the stop. The angle helped them. 1st and 10, Danville. Hand off to Cy. Cy almost slips through the hole. However, he does get 4 yards at 2nd and 6.
I mean, Wallace has had some big runs today, but for the most part, this Hillsdale defensive line has done a great job at least getting contact on him to slow him down. When they haven't been able to do that, those have been the big run plays. That defensive line has to get a hand on Cy on all of these next coming up handoffs on Danville's offensive side.
73 of his yards came on 2 carries.
Yep. That's just the kind of player he is. He's explosive.
2nd and 6. Danville loading the left side. Proper takes the snap. He's going to give it to Cy. Cy has a hole. Met, but he gets a first down.
And
9 yards.
And just kind of analyzing the season for Danville, a lot of their losses were in games where they didn't get Cy Wallace going early. That has not been the case here today. He has been opened up. This offensive line has done a great job blocking for him. They've made a couple adjustments to starters on the offensive line. They've gotten a lot of talent out there to kind of lead the troops in the trenches. And the Blue Devils, nice 2 runs to get a first down.
On their 48, 10 minutes left in regulation. 3 wide to the right. Ball's on the ground. It's a bad snap. Proper falls on it at the 40, the 34-yard line, and that is disastrous. You saw it right off the bat. It was just, it might have slipped on this wet ground.
Yep, the center, Austin Adair. Just a rougher one over to the near side towards us. Didn't get too much elevation on it either. It made it tough for Proper to scoop it up. He nearly lost it there at the end, and Sloan was looming to potentially scoop up what would have been the first turnover of the game for either side.
13-yard loss. It's 2nd down and 23.
Loss of 13.
And at this stage of the game, whoever gives up a turnover first is likely going to lose this one. You've got to clean it up.
Proper alone in the backfield. His brother Carson moving to his right. And he's going to keep it himself and get out to the 40-yard line. So 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 18.
Precious time coming off the clock here. I mean, on 3rd down and super long, I think you got to throw the football here. And if you take a shot down the field and it's incomplete, you stop the clock at least. Because I think if you give it to Hillsdale with anything under 8 minutes,
it's going to be the Sloan show.
Yep. I should say under 7 minutes.
Another instant classic between these two teams. Last 2 games decided by a combined 4 points. 3rd and long. Proper's going to roll out to his right, looking to pass. It's a throwback. It's caught. Ridgeway at midfield gets down to the 49-yard line.
I love the play call. This throw is just not far enough down the field. Ridgeway doesn't have too much speed to begin with, and when you're going up against a guy like Owen Sloan, you've got to have a nice catch to catch you in stride and get to the first down marker. Couldn't do it there. It's going to be 4th down and 6, and there we go, under 8 minutes now on the clock, and Danville's looking like they're going to punt.
12 yards on the throwback. It was a beautiful play design, but like you said, it was to the fullback. And again, Hillsdale not playing anybody deep. They're going to play for the fake. Ridgeway will kick it away.
They got a good chance here
to
to
the 15, at the 10, takes a left at Albuquerque, rolls inside the 5, down to the 4, down to the 3, into the 2.
That is a 46-yard punt.
And it backs Hillsdale up.
Oh, it was the opposite side. That's right. It was a 49-yard punt.
Yeah. I mean, all Ohioan right there. Pat McAfee would be proud of this kid.
Oh, yeah, for the brand.
Now, still a dangerous zone for Hillsdale. Clean snap, clean handoff, and Owen Sloan's going to have 2 hands on the ball.
Yeah,
I know that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't be shocked also if they take it risky and maybe run a screen play. Danville's got 6 players in the box.
Owen gets it.
Oh, no way.
He's met at the 1-yard line. His forward progress just gets outside of the 1. It's a loss of 1, his first loss of the night.
Bryson Burke on the tackle, shoved him back into the end zone, but yes, he was at the 1. Great job by the officials seeing that, granting the forward progress. But they're basically going to be dead center of the field here. You don't have a field or a boundary. Whole field's to your disposal, and it's going to be a rough one. 2nd down and 11, right at the 1.
A safety makes this a 3-point game. Thank you, Captain Obvious. You're welcome. Fakes the snap. Lewis looking to throw. Now he will, and it's over the head of the receiver. Knocks Lewis. It'll be 3rd down.
Another 3rd down and long. Also, something I was going to bring up is that a safety would also make this the same exact score as it was last year. But I don't think Danville fans want to hear that.
3rd and 11. What do you do here if you're Trevor Klein's squad? do you bring the house if you're Bloom and give a quick hitter up?
You can't send the house against a team like Hillsdale. You've got to have all your bases covered for 3rd down and 11.
Handoff, Sloan. Sloan gets out of the goal line. He is still on his feet, gets up to the 6-yard line.
Sloan on the carry.
And you know, that's a great job by him not getting tackled for a safety.
Miser on the stop.
Was that? I believe it was Gronberg who got to him, but he was shrugged off. And I mean, that's what you want from Danville. Good job containing. Just keep him short of the 1st down, because you know, with this sort of field position, they're not going to go for it. And now you're going to get a chance to get some good field position of your own, as both Wallace brothers are back at the Hillsdale 40 to return this.
Snap is good. Kick is booted away down the right side. It's going to be caught at midfield. Breaking 1 tackle and out of bounds at the 45 is Briggs Wallace.
Yeah, good job there by Briggs. Had a punt return for a loss of 4 on the last one. Shrugs off 1 defender and just simply takes what he can get, go out of bounds. Got 6 minutes basically now for a winning drive. And who you got out there leading the way? A freshman, Parker Proper. I mean, he's been brilliant all game long.
Yeah.
This is for the cherry on top.
Rain coming down. 1st and 10 at the Hillsdale 45. There's a handoff to Cy. Cy's going to get 6 yards. They'll officially give him 5, but it's a good start.
Yeah, you'll take that nice little gain. Good job by the pulling guard, Tyson Payne, opening up a running lane for Cy.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down 5.
5:25 in regulation, and Danville, they're going to take their sweet time. They don't want to leave any for Hillsdale.
Keep an eye on Briggs. He's in the slot far side here.
He's now in motion. It'll be a handoff to Cy again, and this time he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Multiple Falcons there on the tackle. It's 3rd and 5.
Danville practiced 3rd and 5 a lot when I was there on Tuesday. And a lot of the time, they're looking for short screens. Keep an eye on that here in this next play.
4:42 left in regulation. 4-down territory here for Danville. See what they do to set up a short 4th down, or they go for it right here. 2 wide to the left for Proper. Sidecar right is Cy. He's going to keep it himself, and he's met in the backfield. 4th and long. Hillsdale with a big stop.
I thought this was painted for Briggs to get a nice pop-out screen here, but they go with the run to the right, and that was all bases covered for Hillsdale. Fantastic defense. They lose 2, and this is a big 4th down play with 4:06 left.
4th and 7. 4 minutes, under 4 minutes now left. Who's going to the final 4? 7 seconds left on the play clock. They got to hurry. And Coach Bloom is going to call a timeout. 3:43 left. That's a big timeout, too. Because if they don't get it, Hillsdale's a 1st down away from clinching.
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Bloom's going to bring his group in and really decide what they want to do here on 4th down and 7. There was also the possibility, I don't think it was a real possibility, if you really want to try to pin Hillsdale even further back and try again, but I think you do. It's a wise choice to go for it here with under 4 minutes to go, because you never know, because Sloan could just run this game out if you give them the ball back.
This is how these 2 teams got here. Hillsdale had the bye. Knocked off Connaughton Valley 63-6, beat Sims Valley 48-7. Danville, on the other hand, dominant in their first 2 games. 54-0 over Steubenville Catholic Central, 59-0 over Fisher Catholic.
59-8.
59-8. And then the 19-14 victory. 6 turnovers they forced, including a big, I was thinking about it on the last punt, a snap over the punter's head.
Here we go.
4th down. Cy Wallace now moving out the wide receiver. Man in motion, it's Carson Proper. takes the snap, looking, getting rushed, getting held a little bit. There's the flag. He's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. It'll be declined. Hillsdale's going to take over. Right up the middle was Carson Stevens.
Yeah, tough play there. Wade Nisley, easiest holding call of that official's career right there as he tried to just tug him back as Parker was rolling out. But just take a look here as Proper drops back. I think he had room to shuffle to his left, but he was cut off immediately. Great job on the pursuit by Karsten Stevens. I think if Proper rolls to his left, he has a better opportunity to throw or run for a first down.
His arm is, shoulder
but that
square.
slight mistake, it's a game of inches. It's just a slight mistake there from the freshman quarterback. And Hillsdale's taken over. Danville's got 2 timeouts to go.
A lot of Owen Sloan we'll see here. Gets the handoff, met at the line, moving his way forward. And I see Coach Bloom running out to call timeout. He will get it.
Coach Bloom's wasting no time. He knows that this is it right here. You don't want to flirt with the clock. You want to give yourself as much time, especially with a young group on the offensive side coming out, likely needing a game-winning drive even if they do get the football back. So call this timeout, 3:25 to go. You'll call another one after this one.
Yes. That was a great job, too, by the line pretty much sold out there, and they were able to only hold him to 1 yard.
Yeah, you saw jumping in. Bryson Burke, also Cy Wallace also came all the way in and helped out. He's an outside linebacker for Danville.
The streak is over. Marion Local has lost. There will be a new champion in Division 7. Will it be one of these 2 teams? Who knows? We still have 3:25 left here to decide this regional championship. 2nd and 9 for Hillsdale. Bauer in motion. It's another handoff to Sloan, and he gets tripped up. No gain. 3rd down. Final timeout for Danville.
No Bryson Burke in this game. I don't know what the score of this game would be, but it for sure would not be 25-20. What a comeback for this kid. I know Hillsdale had no idea this guy was coming. Has been out ever since week 1, and he has been lights out defensively. He's just a sophomore, folks, because he's going to be great in the following years. Hopefully next week if they can pull out a comeback win here this week if you're a Danville fan. But I mean, he has been everywhere. He's made up for lost time, as I said in the first half. We've said his name enough, but he has deserved it every single time.
So this is a great opportunity for the Blue Devils. Only a couple seconds off the clock. You got to think Hillsdale's going to run it here to run more clock off than try and pin Danville back deep.
Or they could go with a surefire screen that they know is going to be caught, and that could run the clock as well. They've got trips near side here. Keep an eye out for that.
Maybe they've got a throwback to Sloan on the other side.
There's a lot of space on the field side.
Lewis and Bauer now moving to the left. Kale, he's going to pitch it left side to Owen. Owen's got some blockers. Gets the 45 and will not get. He stayed in bounds, but he's going to be short, and the Falcons are going to have to punt this away.
Look at his closing speed. Look at Cy Wallace come in, help out, of course, right at the end. Wes Payne made the initial contact. I mean, those two have been the best players out on the field today. Outside of, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I think Bryson Burke's been the best player out on the field defensively, number 7. But Wesley and Cy all around the field have been fantastic as well. And now we've got a 4th down and 5. Clock's running. No timeouts left for Danville. They're likely going to get the football back. But it looks like Cale Lewis is out on the field. They could go for it.
6, 5, 4, 3. And Trevor Klein will call a timeout.
I'll tell you what. Can you run this back? Look near side on the Danville defensive line right after the timeout was called.
They were close to jumping.
I think he did, but they called the timeout first. So Justice Tharp nearly got caught, and that would have been the game.
So
I think that was calculated from coach, just to kind of scramble, make it seem like they're trying to rush to get that fourth down play in. Maybe one snap count. If you don't get it, call the timeout.
So you got to think with the snap. If it's a good snap, if it's a good kick, down in where it's at, this might take about 15 seconds off. So Danville still will have 2 minutes. They do not have any timeouts. But when you have Cy Wallace, who knows what could happen? We saw a great game a couple years ago where Danville scored late to knock off Lucas on a long touchdown pass in a regional semi. Got to get the snap to the punter and the kickoff clean. It's low, but he got it, and he boots it away. Angled at the 20, inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and it's going to be tackled down at the 1. No, he rolled into the end zone.
They're going to say he didn't have possession until he was in the end zone. You can decide for yourself here, thanks to Crosby. I don't know. I thought he had it right at the 1, but I guess as you move in your momentum, if your body ends up in the end zone, that's touchback. Good call. It's a great effort, though. That was a picture-perfect punt. I think if he doesn't dive for it and just tries to maybe rush to it, swat it out,
yeah.
That's a great call.
Yeah. Nearly a huge punt for Hillsdale. Nonetheless, Danville needs to go 80 yards and 2:20 with no timeouts left. This is for the regional championship, folks. Wallace in motion. Proper looking to pass. It's a quick hitter. It's bobbled.
Caught. Intercepted.
Is it intercepted? Who has it? There's a huddle by the refs. It's Hillsdale ball. It's Hillsdale ball. Oh, my. On the bobble. Who came in to get it? That was Jesse Trevathan. The Falcons. Watch the replay, Jonathan.
I saw him bobble it, and I saw there was a chance that they could have ripped it away.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Possession. Dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct. Hillsdale number 2. 15-yard penalty.
Hillsdale just got hit with a 15-yard unsportsmanlike after the play. But you said the first team with a turnover probably going to lose this one. I mean,
as they ran
that's a clean catch. It's probably a loss, but they still have the ball.
Yeah, and there's no timeouts left for Danville with 2:15 to go. Is that enough time to just run this out?
Wow. I mean, as a fan, that's not the way you wanted this game to end. And you feel for Danville. Sloan.
You just got to hurry up and get them down as quick as you can. Don't let any long plays linger here for Hillsdale. But going back to that, as they were running that play, it was a jailbreak screen. I was thinking back to week 2 against Utica when Danville got beat by 2 jailbreak screens by the Redskins, and I was thinking they took that out of the playbook. Yeah. Maybe they're going to try to use that to get the game-winning drive, but Mickley bobbles it, and Trevathan comes in, swipes it out. Great play from Hillsdale, but that is just a rough way to go for Danville. You try to take something out of a playbook from a team you lost to, and it ends up biting you in the butt.
2nd and 8, Hillsdale. Hand off to Owen. Owen cuts back, 25 towards the 20-yard line. Leaning. Hillsdale's going to win the regional championship. It's a first down. All they'll have to do is get into the greatest formation in all of football.
Carson Proper, number 9 in white, tried his best to rip it away from Sloan, but great coverage on the ball. 2 hands on it. You weren't letting anybody take it away from you, and Owen Sloan does it himself. And we'll run the rest of this clock down, and here comes victory formation for Hillsdale.
I mean, what a game we've seen tonight. Again, a 1-score game between these two teams. And there's the kneel. They'll only have to do it one more time. But my goodness, I mean, phenomenal effort. The best shot Hillsdale's got outside of Norwayne were the Danville Blue Devils.
This is a fantastic game. Great job by both teams. Just really unfortunate on the bobble there from Danville that it looked like there was some room to run after the catch. Just bobbled it.
Yeah.
And Hillsdale magically able to swipe in. Beautiful play. And one final knee is going to do it here for the Falcons as they're going to head back to the Final Four. Oh, whoa, snap.
Oh, that would have been something. And that'll do it. The Hillsdale Falcons have won back-to-back regional championships. As the final seconds run off, they will hold off the Danville Blue Devils 25-20, and they will be the team that practices on Thanksgiving. 25-20 is the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance at tonight's contest. The student athletes, their school,
I'm awaiting to see if they have the trophies ready.
appreciate your support of high school athletics.
We're going to take a quick break and be back with the trophy presentation and postgame after this.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Back here in the post-game show as they are about ready to award the regional runner-up and regional championship trophies after the Hillsdale Falcons hold off Danville 25-20 to advance to next week's state Final Four where they will take on McDonald. Let's send it down to the field.
And now Jill Lyons, Athletic Director at Danville, will present the 2025 Division 7 Regional Runner-Up Trophy to Danville. Will the Hillsdale's captain please approach the table? And now, Jody Long, Athletic Director at Hillsdale, will present the 2025 Division 7 Regional Championship Trophy to Hillsdale.
The Hillsdale Falcons regional champions once again. We'll take a quick break, come back with our two interviews, our MVP interviews for both sides, as well as the post-game stats, and to wrap things up here at the regional championship.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
What a season here for the Danville Blue Devils. I'm here with head coach Matt Blue. You guys took the Hillsdale the distance. Final drive offensively, just a battle in some wet conditions here today was a deciding factor. I know that there's a lot going on. Just took the runner-up trophy with your captains, but how do you kind of recap the season after a performance like this?
Just really proud of my kids. I mean, all what I asked them to do at halftime is just to come out and battle every single rep, give them, everything that we had. And I'm just really proud of them. We went down 13-0 relatively pretty quickly, and we fought back. We fought hard. We scratched and clawed for everything, and, we were just a few plays short. And, just really proud of my kids to be able to get to this spot after kind of the season we have there in the middle point. And credit goes to my assistant coaches and my seniors and my other captains to be able to cultivate that leadership to get us here. So we're not done yet. This is our goal. This is our standard to be here and win this game. So that's what we'll be aiming for next season.
Absolutely. You go 5-5 in the regular season, win 3 big games. Come here, nothing to hang your head about. Just talk about the senior group that just took the trophy and what they have done for this program.
Off the top of my head, 57 career games, 13 playoff victories, a conference championship, a Final Four, 3 regional runner-ups. I mean, that's one heck of a career, and that's kind of what I told them. Don't let this moment really degrade your high school career that you've had up to this point. Arguably one of the best we've had in school history, so I'm extremely proud of them. I told them the sun's going to rise tomorrow, and our men are going to be great young men once they leave this program, and then it's on us to be able to get back here and win this game for them.
Yeah, and you told me before the game that this group just not used to losing, so it hits a little harder, of course, but it's just good to assure them that, as you said, the sun does rise up in the next morning, but just take me through now, just like the fan base that came out, just the overall community rallying behind this group.
Yeah, very thankful for our community, very thankful for our student section, our band, our cheerleaders, our athletic department for making stuff like this happen. And, you know, it hurts right now. It sucks. Nobody's going to take that away. But, you know, Hillsdale's a good team. They won it fair and square. So, you know, we're gonna use it as fire for the next season.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Any final shout-outs?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Great season.
Yep.
Searching for stationery that feels personal? Make it truly inspired. From custom wedding invitations and greeting cards to business stationery and gifts, every design from Truly Inspired Paper Company is handcrafted in Ohio. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, saying thanks, or sharing everyday joy, we make it easy to create something beautiful and memorable. Visit trulyinspiredpaperco.com and make every message truly inspired.
Now for our 89 Homes Player of the Game, Mr. Owen Sloan. You want your stat line, sir? 32 carries, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns in a regional championship game to go along with your 205 yards last week, and you guys needed all of those yards. Dude, that was a battle. I mean, just what are your thoughts right now? Third time going up against Danville, this team in the last 4 seasons, and once again, it came down to the wire.
Yeah, Danville's a great program, great team. All the 3 years that we've played them, they've always given us a battle, and they're just a good program. So we knew that coming into the game, and we knew we had a battle. You
guys go up 2 scores early on, but then Wallace, the big run. What was what were they able to do after the first couple of drives to stay in this game? And then what were you guys able to do to kind of cancel that out in the second half?
Yeah, they just gave it to their playmakers. Wallace is a fast kid, good athlete, and can score anytime. And they got some on us, but we just knew we had to stay together. And our motto is bend, don't break, and we did that.
Yeah, absolutely. What can you say about your offensive line? I believe you only had one play for a loss. It was -1 yards. It was when you guys were trying to just run out with the clock. But what can you say about what we like to call the big uglies up front, because they just opened for the second straight week just some big gaping holes for you to take advantage of?
Yeah, they came into the game. They controlled the line the whole game, and that's where you win ball games like this, especially big ones. So kudos to them, and yeah, they won us this game.
You guys get McDonald. I can also tell you St. Henry upset Marion Local tonight, so that's down the line, though. But you guys get McDonald, hopefully somewhere around maybe the Canton area for a regional championship. But that doesn't matter right now. You guys have won a regional championship. How does it feel to be, for the second consecutive season, practicing on Thanksgiving?
It feels great.
Turkey Bowl for everybody, right?
Yeah. It's just, honestly, it's just, I don't know. It's just something that, not many people get to do, and when you do, you just learn not to take it for granted and soak every moment. And yeah, another week of football. Can't complain. All right,
before I let you get back down to that very nice locker room that they have you in here at Ridgewood, but you want to give some shout-outs. Go for it, my friend.
My family, my O-line, and defense for holding up at the end of the game there.
There you have it. Our 89 Homes MVP, second consecutive 200-yard performance in the postseason. Owen Sloan, Hillsdale has won the regional championship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
At Stoops Painting, we pride ourselves on quality work and attention to detail. We handle interior and exterior projects and always go the extra mile to ensure satisfaction. Call or text Garrett Stoops at 419-606-9015 for a free consultation or quote. That's 419-606-9015.
Back here inside the Sloan Concrete Valley ATV post-game show, and for the third consecutive time, Danville Hillsdale lived up to the hype. Instant classic, and again, a 1-point differential as the Falcons, the #1 seed, hold off the, I'm just going to say, the #3 seed, Danville Blue Devils, 25-20 here inside the post-game show. And let's take a look at the final stats, Jonathan. And first, let's talk about the Danville side of things. 8 first downs, 115 passing yards. They went through the air a few times in the second half, about equal to the first half. They had 64 in the first half, but then up to 115. However, other than the 34-yard run by Cy Wallace, they really didn't get much of the run game in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, this was a barn burner of all barn burners. I mean, D7, you get to the small town football. It matters for everybody here at the venue tonight. And I mean, just going down there, getting a chance to talk to Coach Bloom at the very end. Of course, emotions kind of piling up on a lot of those players, and even for Coach Bloom, it was hard to really get much out of him today, just because it's a tough loss.
Absolutely. I think we thank him for at least talking with us.
Yeah,
he didn't have to do that.
But yeah, so I mean, goes down to the final drive, just a bobble in harsh conditions. And it's a deciding factor in this one. But I mean, when you look at the numbers, Hillsdale 385 offensive yards. You would think that they would have scored a little bit more, but some third down and longs really stalled their drives. If it wasn't for those third down and longs, I think they had 3 of them that resulted in punts. They probably would have been pretty much spotless and would have run out with a win.
And also a long drive at the end of the half that ended up with nothing on that option that didn't go for quite anything. But of the 240, 207 going from Owen Sloan again. 205 last week, 207 this week. I mean, he's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and then going back to Danville, a couple plays away from making this a big game. I was just talking with Curtis Newland with WMVO. We thought that pass crossbody to Nolan Ridgeway, couldn't catch it in stride, couldn't take it for the first down. That was a big play. And then also, of course, the bobbled catch by Hayden McFadden that ends up becoming an interception. But there, for both sides, there were plays that could have made this completely different. It's usually how it is in the game of football. But, I mean, just exclamation point on all of those plays, just looking back just not too long ago to the final.
25-20 is the final. Hillsdale, regional championships back-to-back. They will take on McDonald, the top seed out of Region 25. Maybe the Canton area. If Louisville, they were hosting Garraway Kirtland tonight. We've been at Louisville before. Phenomenal facility. If they're hosting, that'd be a good place for that. Maybe Maslin Perry, somewhere around there, probably the midway point for that matchup. And on the other side of things, the face, not Marion Local. The streak is over. St. Henry wins that one. So we'll have a new champion in Division 7. Will it be the Hillsdale Falcons? We'll have to find out. They have one more game to at least get to that spot. But for the Danville Blue Devils, 5-5, the 11 seed, quote unquote. But they had they didn't have a bad loss this season.
I think their worst loss was week 2 to Utica, and they turned it around after that. I mean, they didn't have a great game against Northmore, but that's a Northmore team that was surging at the time. You just got to look at who they played, when they played them. And a lot of those losses could definitely go the other way. That opener at Tough Street Stadium that they lost to Utica was what flipped the switch for this group, and they really bounced back. Although they did go 5-5 in the regular season, all they needed was a chance. They needed a chance to play in the playoffs. They played Fredericktown and Centerburg, 2 top dogs in the league, towards the end of the season. All they needed was a big win against East Knox. They got that. And then they started running from there. I mean, just the last 4 weeks has been some of the highest moments Danville football has ever seen. And then coming into today to get to such a low here. And I think they would have been much better off, Danville fans, if they had lost this one by 2 or 3 scores than the result it went tonight.
Yes. OH Report, on the OH Report side of things, you'll be watching the replay. Colonel Crawford's won a regional championship. Big Walnut holds off Maslin, Washington, came down to the final play. You'll watch that replay if you're watching on the NFHS. Go over the OH Report here shortly and watch the replay of that, 27-21. Also, I believe Shelby winners. So we have 4 teams playing next week in the Final Four. We're still going to be busy here on the OH Report. But wrap up the season, sir, for the Danville Blue Devils. A little bit more here. You have a lot coming back. They had, 3 extra games or 4 extra games or 4 extra weeks of practice. That's beneficial, especially for a team with a lot of talent coming back next year.
Yeah, so this Danville season in a nutshell is just adversity. I mean, they came in, season opener, I already talked about it with Utica, but the season opener at home, welcoming in the new turf that they had at Tough Street now, to lose like that, you could have easily folded and fell out of the playoffs. But they bounced back well. They played well against some tough teams down later on in the end of the season who are much higher in divisions when it comes to school size. They rolled the table. I think out of Coach Bloom's 4 years, this is probably the group that I would, if I were him, I'd be the most proud of. I mean,
yes,
this senior
absolutely.
group really pulled through, and they made it a contest here tonight at Ridgewood. Hold everything. I have high respect for a lot of the guys out there that I got to go embrace as they take themselves off the field for the final time in a Danville uniform. Shout out Wes Payne. Shout out also to Wade Nisley.
Can I stop you there? What a catch he had in that end zone to give them the lead. I mean, not many people. He had a toe tapper on the other side to lead to a touchdown, and then he sneaks inside the pylon on the other side. He left it all out there.
Yep.
Now you may continue. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're good. Wes Payne, Carson Proper, Ashton Spalding, Landon King, Wade Nisley, Caleb Fehrenbaugh, and Billy Hood all end their careers here as a Danville Blue Devil on the football squad. A lot of them are going to be back on the basketball team, however. That seems to be on the up and up, which is going to be exciting. But to wrap things up with football, Coach Bloom has them in a great spot. They've got some great young pieces. They're going to be back.
Former KMAC Trav, still in the KMAC, but you could take it over. I mean, that was a phenomenal effort by this Danville squad. Phenomenal. And, I have nothing but respect for that team, and I'm looking forward to see what they will do next year. But for Hillsdale, well, they're still playing. They're going to be practicing on Thanksgiving. They're going to be playing McDonald with the squad to get back to Canton, where they wanted to go since day one. Only hiccup was a bad first half against Norway. Other than that, they've been able to do stuff, and they faced adversity tonight and were able to pull it off. But that will wrap up our live coverage on the NFHS as well as our restream here on the OH Reports. Jonathan and I will be back tomorrow because we have the Barn Ball. 5 girls basketball games that kick off the season. I'll have the first 2. Caden Schmid, our camera person, he also is a commentator, so he'll get the 3rd game. And then Jonathan will wrap things up with the final 2. And then next week, we will have 4 state semifinals on the OH Report.
Hope to have you with us.
Yeah, but that will wrap things up here from Ridgewood. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Jeremy Peoples, phenomenal work on the camera tonight. Jonathan, it has been a pleasure.
Just a little bit of a fumble in the first play, and then you locked in.
Yes, on that fake. Jonathan, has been a pleasure. I mean, honestly, man, wish we would have had a chance, for Danville, maybe in a different region to make it further. But we'll be back next week with some football. But here are some final highlights, and here are all of our sponsors because we've had so many of them here tonight. I want to thank the fine folks here at Ridgewood High School as well. I want to thank the NFHS for having us on as their stream tonight. The OHSA as well for allowing us to stream these games to you, the fans. And also Clear Fork High School, apparently. We want to thank them too. But that'll do it. Hillsdale has won its 2nd consecutive regional championship. They hold off Danville 25-20. For Jeremy Peoples, for Jonathan Langdon, I am Travis Berardi saying so long from West Lafayette.